All right, let's try this again.
Hate him.
All right, so what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the Roy Roundtable
fuck you, Mikey.
podcast. Yo,
leave that in.
Bro,
Leave that in.
this nigga always got to be different, man.
bro.
Fuck.
Like, you can't even start normally.
You're such a fucking hater, bro. Have some energy in your life. Get happy.
Bro.
I am.
Bro,
I'm
can
only
we
happy when you're not
start?
around.
Oh my.
I'm here. I'm ready. You ready?
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Roy Roundtable podcast. This is episode number 19, season 2. We back at it again. Everybody say hello. Everybody say hello. We're back.
Hello, people of the
Hello.
internet.
What it do?
Happy.
New week. This is actually a dry week this week, so we're gonna be just talking through stuff. But we're gonna be talking through stuff normally, as you always do. Remember, you can catch us everywhere. We're available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud, all of which are in whatever. Yo, what's so much funny, bro?
Where?
It's so ugly. We are
funny,
trying
bro?
to be professional here.
What's funny, bro? What's funny, bro? What's funny, bro? What's funny, bro?
All right, wait. You ever heard those things for like Carl Weezer, right? From Jimmy Neutron. You ever heard him make like the Itachi? You remember the Itachi thing or whatever? Or the Sasuke thing was Carl Weezer as Sasuke or some shit like that. And he's like Naruto in his voice. All right, so the song Slow Dancing in the Dark was in my recommended feed, and it was like Carl Weezer, Slow Dancing in the Dark. And I was like, there's no way. So I click it, right? It's definitely Carl Weezer singing Slow Dancing in the Dark the whole way through. And so, it gets to the part where I don't want to be slow dancing or whatever, and then it's like in the dark. It's like it's all melodic and shit. Okay, well, Carl is in the dark, and I'm like, yo,
Ew.
This nigga stopped the podcast for some bullshit, bro. Like,
triggered.
So much.
Y'all-
I hate you.
y'all wonder why we hate
I
Yogu.
hate you to pass.
This is why. This is absolutely why.
You can catch us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Just search up the Royal Roundtable and you'll be able to find us. Make sure you rate the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you leave a like. If you're watching on Spotify, make sure you heart it. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts, give us those 5 stars. Appreciate you. And SoundCloud, make sure you do the exact same thing. Leave a comment if anything we said in this podcast, strikes a conversation bubble for you. And let's get into it, dude. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? Weekly check-in. Weekly check-in. What's been the word with y'all? Talk to me.
all right, I'm going first. So I've been pretty solid this week. We took a different direction on the anime channel, or rather on my channel. I started dropping some anime stuff. It's only one video so far. I got a lot of critique, a lot of feedback. It was good. Second video comes out. It'd already be out by the time you guys are watching this podcast. Anyway, and then third video comes out later this week. But with the critiquing that I got a lot of feedback on how to deliver said content. A lot more constructive, if that makes sense. Like the video will now be pieced together. So a lot of my time has been spent just kind of like practicing that and doing a little bit of that. So videos will be better. Yeah. Like,
That's
so
fire. I like that.
I need
yeah.
to do more of that.
The guy that I was talking to, shout out to Sam, by the way, or X Skills, but what he was telling me was basically just, start, how did he say it? He said that he noticed something with my stuff just off the rip. I don't like editing because of, like, when I do it in such a large chunk that it's super intense, right? Like, I got to get it done by X amount of time. So I'll edit for the whole day. And he's like, instead of doing that, because you only pump out like so few videos a month, why don't you just start chopping everything up and then editing like an hour a day? And then, release the video when it's ready, call it a day, and then keep it going. But when you get into the flow of the habit and you're editing for, like so few every day,
You'll get faster.
And you just start to pump out shit left and right without realizing it. So this coming week,
I could have told you that.
Well, you could have. I'm not saying that the advice is like some grand miracle thing.
No.
He's told me Oh my god, how is it an attack on
right now? It makes it crazy.
What the truth is? The truth is, Iyoku does not listen to anybody that he asks advice from.
That's not
unless
true.
it's a random ass person that
That's
nobody
not
else
true.
knows
That's not
at
true.
all.
That's not true.
No,
That's not true.
That's cap.
No,
I
it's
be
not.
sitting
No,
here-
it's not.
I
No,
be
it's
sitting here
not,
giving
bro.
Yoku think
Listen.
pieces. He'll go talk to
Oh
Afro,
my
but then guess what? The one thing of advice that he takes from is his random ass friend from his Discord.
Bro, listen, no. We gotta clarify something, all right? I listen to the stuff that you and Afro, Mikey, whoever else, right? I listen to what y'all say. I don't listen to the stuff that fucking TD's on the top of my head, but there's like
Tony.
2 other people that do it. No, Tony doesn't give me advice, but we could probably throw him in there too. No, not really Tony, but like people give me advice and like they have nothing to do with content, right? So I don't listen to that. But as a viewer, I want their opinion and like feedback on shit. It's not that I don't listen to you though. It's simply being that when you tell me things, because I don't like to ask you to repeat it because you get irritated, I get irritated. But I need you to say it in a way that I can immediately pick up on it. Because when you say it, I go back and I'm like, all right, now I gotta sulk and think about what the fuck he just said, and then put 2 and 2 together. And then I can't come back and be like, all right, hey Nick, I figured out what you said now. I processed it. Give me the answers.
I do be speaking. Hey, I do be speaking in mysticals. I'm sorry, that's my fault. But I say that because the only way to ever find like an actual purpose and an actual sense of self is if you do it yourself. All I can do is give you the generalized overview of it. But at the end of the day, like you have to go out there and you have to sit there and look at your videos, edit them jams, look at what works, look at what doesn't work. Like you have to do that. All I can do is just, here you go. There you go. And that's it. That's all I can do. That's all anybody can do, because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, that piece of criticism constructively that you got from somebody, that might not be what you want to do though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you'll sit there and you'll edit this video, you'll sit there and you'll do all this thing to make this one person happy. By the end of the day, it's like, damn, bro, I could have did this better, or I could have did that better. He might have led you into the right direction, but now you're pleasing that one person.
Yeah.
Off of that one critique. And it's like, we said this in like, I think it was like season 1 or season, this is like a couple years ago. I was like, look, you're going to have people that are going to tell you your content is either bad or good. Don't listen to either one of them. Just make content. And the right people will find you.
You're right.
Facts.
So that's my thing. I always speak in mysticals because at the end of the day, it's like you gotta do it. You gotta go out there and do it. You just gotta do it. At the end of the day, you know, you get nowhere staying still. Progress is still.
I know you try really hard
progress.
to not speak in mysticals right there.
I know. My mom said it best. She said, progress is still forward even when it's slow.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
So-
great. That's awesome. I like that.
So I looked at that.
Oh yeah.
I looked at. She said that to me when I told her. I was like, "Yo, I kind of felt like a failure." She looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" I told her I was like, you know, I mean, coming 25, you know, I haven't really done much of like what I wanted to do as a kid. I've done like certain stuff, but not everything. Like I don't feel like fulfilled, but I've obviously, you know, I'm happy with what I got, you know. But I kind of just feel like I kind of failed in certain like departments and shit. And she looked at me, she was just like, well, you got to think of it like this. You know, there are a lot of people that wish they caught on earlier than you did. And there's a lot of people that are starting up now that are realizing that what you're doing is a lot more challenging than just sitting in front of a microphone and just playing a game or talking, you know? There's actual other stuff that goes into it. And so she was like, and then that's when she hit me with the notorious, I keep mentioning this, but that's when she hit me with you're doing better than me and your dad did when we were your age. And I was just like, and that kind of fucked with me. It still does a little bit, but like, as I'm thinking about it, it's like, that makes sense, you know? And I'm like, damn. And that's when she ended it with, progress is still forward even when it's slow. And I was like, okay, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. Had to shake that off. And I was like, we're done. But that's my thing. My thing is you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to do something at least.
Great. All right, you done with your check-in or?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You got it.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything as profound as that shit, but I got Mega Man shirts.
But anyway,
Look.
go next. Go, Scott, go, Mom. Go,
No,
Mom.
I want to see my
We have a whole audience.
Look, and that's cool. But for the people who are on YouTube, come to YouTube and look at these goddamn shirts. This shit is fucking awesome.
Hey, hold on.
Look at that.
Fire.
Look at that.
I like
fire.
I got one.
Fire.
I got another one. I got 3 of them. The Blue Bomber. Yes, sir. These are all Capcom licenses as well. We're not sponsored, but Capcom, hey, holla at your boy. And we got Jumpman.
Jumpman.
Excuse me?
Jumpman.
Okay.
That's such a Walmart shirt.
That is like a Walmart shirt.
It's officially licensed. I got the tag and everything.
Okay,
but
but
no.
how much was that shirt?
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
They spent $50 on one shirt.
Nah, they were like, these were like $17 a piece. So it's like normal shit.
Okay, a little bit over Walmart, but I see you. You know, it's probably quality. It's probably quality.
Oh yeah, they feel great. Like these aren't like, some of these are printed, but that first one I showed you, those were the one. That's the one that's like, it's ingrained into the shirt. So this isn't like a iron-on print. This is actually the fabric. So this one's gonna last a long time. But the other 2 are like kind of printed, but they'll look good when they like wash out. They'll be like some vintage type shit. But other than the shirts I just got, I can't say that this week has been particularly good. I did receive some bad news, and I will keep that bad news to myself just to keep the mood going. But just, you know, for those who believe, put some prayers up for me and my family. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Other than that, not too much has changed from last week. Really just looking to gain more focus on the things that I need to get done. Unfortunately, things like you know, kids, their schooling, all that kind of stuff get in the way of my personal progress. But that's fine, because you know that comes with the territory, and I'm not harping on that. It's just really in this specific time, it's hard for me to find focus in the things that I need to do to get things done. But I did start working out again. I bought I'm pretty sure if you're on Instagram anywhere, you'll see those resistance bars. I bought some of those, and those work really good. I got a good workout from like those resistance bands and all that kind of stuff. So that's a really good workout. I'm leaning towards more calisthenics more than anything, because I think that having a good core is personally to me it's a fast track of losing weight and getting your body where you want it to be. But I have started you know, I'm drinking more water. This is water, it's not juice. It was juice last time. It was definitely juice last time, but this is water now. So I've been drinking a lot more water. Really just trying to take steps to be more healthy and live a healthier lifestyle. It's really what it's all about. I know if I keep at it, I'll just the pounds will go away. But it's really tough when you're having trouble focusing on pretty much anything. So yeah, that's me. That's how I've been doing. So not too much has changed, but we making tiny steps.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
But when you retwisting your hair?
Oh yeah, bro, I am a terrible husband. My 15-year anniversary is next week.
Okay.
So going to be, hopefully I'll have somebody. I'm gonna go. There's a shop up the street. I'm gonna peek in there to see what that's like. See how they do their stuff. If somebody's available, I'll try to, you know, get a twist going before, you know, we celebrate our anniversary and whatnot. But
I was definitely gonna ask what that had to do with the anniversary.
Yeah. I wanted to get my shit together. Like, what the fuck?
No. I get it now. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
Congrats. Yoku, shut up.
I didn't even say anything.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I do. Yeah, I definitely want to get an appointment in before, because I think not next week, the week after, because my wife couldn't get off. We're going on a little, you know, staycation somewhere, and we're just gonna have a good time with just me and her, and not no kids and no nothing, just some time to ourselves. Okay. So we don't get a lot of that, like, at all. So it's gonna be some really good quality time. Unfortunately, and I hate to be the gamer guy and just be like, it takes place during the PSO2 New Genesis beta and the Guilty Gear Strive beta. So
Sir,
I really, really love my wife, and I really hope she knows that I am no, I'm just playing.
Finish it out, bro. Finish it out.
I mean, shit. I mean, hey,
you sacrificing a lot for that.
All good jokes contain true shit for real.
Look, it's okay, but no. Seriously, I would trade like a Mega Man Legends 3 beta for alone time with my wife, because that to me that is precious time, and that's not a lot of time that we can share together because we have a lot of things going on in our lives. So I'm definitely
exclusive time to play the game though.
No. I definitely need that time with her. So all jokes aside, we need that. So
okay.
I'm happy for y'all.
Well, thank you.
Y'all so cute.
Are you gonna go next or what?
Go ahead. Why are you looking at me? Go. Go. No, you go.
Oh my God.
Segue. Go.
Oh my God. Okay, so I haven't had much happen. I can't really talk about this job, quote unquote job. It's a program I started, but I can't really talk about it too much. But I am getting paid handsomely. I'm really happy.
Is it more than your last job?
No. Oh. Not at all.
How much were you getting paid at your last job?
Don't worry about it. I think it's about 18.
Okay.
18, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I had a few, I guess, epiphanies and conversations with certain content creators as of recent about growth and discoverability and everything just in general in regards to streaming and just making content. And one of the things that while I was like sick that I was going through, I was trying to figure out like my purpose, like my true purpose with making content. And I feel like I found it. So I've been pretty happy ever since.
That's awesome.
You trying to share with the class?
No, I feel like it's a personal thing for me.
If she says it won't happen.
Not that part.
That's not true at all.
That's not true, but it's just something I want to kind of hold to myself, keep to myself until I reach it. So yeah,
that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's going on. I've been good, been great. I've been trying to eat healthier. I drink more water now, different.
Yeah, me too. I'm drinking water right now.
You definitely not drinking water.
That most definitely was not no fucking water.
How do you know?
Chick-fil-A don't even have water.
Bottle. Gamers have some water bottle.
Look, I'm doubled up, baby. I'm doubled up.
Chick-fil-A.
Sweet tea from Chick-fil-A.
I know.
Nasty
like yellow.
You gotta put that down, bro.
I'm doubled up, bro. How you know it's not regular tea with the lemon?
Bro, this nigga P gonna be this color.
So Yoku, guess what?
Wait. I got regular water too, bro. What's poppin'?
Yeah, but you really not drinking it.
You are disgusting.
This has been drunken as much as the gamer.
That's been there for 3 days.
Not even know for no damn 3 days.
That's
I can believe that.
Room temp.
I don't even keep water in this room for 3 days.
I could believe that shit, dog.
This has not been here for no 3 days.
You a nasty nigga, man.
Hey, bro, get off of me and my PP, okay?
Yo,
I'm being attacked right now.
That aside, then I guess ain't shit going on with me. I'm kind of just here. The podcast launched. I'm happy about it. That's literally it. That's literally it.
That's crazy.
What you mean that's crazy? What's crazy about it?
Why ain't you doing it? How's your weight loss been? Your diet?
I'm good. I'm decent. I'm really just on autopilot, just moving and shit. Ain't shit happening. Ain't nothing's going on. It's quiet. It's real quiet. Real quiet for the dawn. It's warming up, so I've been, going outside and staying outside longer. I don't know. I kind of been like solo as hell. I ain't been trying to fuck with nobody. Just trying to just cool out. Just cool out and just chill. Life has been great recently. I've been good this whole week and the last couple of weeks. The podcast is a big thing for me. So we're here though. We're here now. We're here. Hey, speaking about that, make sure you rate the podcast 5 stars, heart the podcast, leave a like, all that extra good shit so we can grow. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. All right?
Yes.
All right. Anywho, let's get into these topics, because these topics, this is probably a small one, like I said earlier. It's probably a really short one. because this week has been slow. Unfortunately, that we're a weekly podcast. The weeks will be slow sometimes, but going into like the new season and it getting warmer, E3 coming up really soon.
I forgot about E3.
Everything happening in the summertime. I guess we may as well. There will be days where me and Yoku aren't here, and there will be days that Shy will not be here as well. So if we do miss a week and or one of us is absent, we'll talk about those dates later. But for the most part,
I might be good sometimes. This nigga talking about like I ain't got shit to do.
What are we talking about?
Mikey said record that Thursday before he leaves.
I know, right? That's crazy.
I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Joking, like you're not funny, nigga.
I am funny.
Move.
Thank you very much.
Move.
I'm absolutely fucking funny.
But unfortunately, because of Yoku, we unfortunately weren't able to talk about two things that came out the last Friday that we recorded. Or the last Thursday that we recorded, because we recorded on a Thursday, we're recording on a Friday now. The Mortal Kombat and Demon Slayer movie came out last Friday.
Right, because we recorded that Thursday.
We recorded that Thursday before we were able to see any one of those things.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We got topics in though. We got topics in that week though, so it was fine.
Yeah, that week was actually very fruitful.
That was a really good good return too. That was a fire return. That was fire. That was great. But this was kind of lighthearted. I don't know if you guys want to talk about the Demon Slayer Mortal Kombat movie first. Which one we want to talk about? I don't know.
I don't think Shy's seen Demon Slayer.
I haven't finished it. I'm like midway, 50 minutes into the movie.
Damn, nigga. What the fuck? Nigga, why you stop? What the fuck?
Okay, so this morning, what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened this morning. So I got up and I had like this weird like bloating sensation in my stomach, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom, mind you. I'm like, oh, it's not coming out.
You got a fart fight too.
No. It was one of those bowel movements that was just like, yeah, you gotta take off all your clothes. You gotta go lay down for a couple minutes and then come back and marinate on it. I was like, oh. So like while I'm sitting there doing all that, I'm like in between laying down, watching the Demon Slayer movie, that bowel movement hit. I'm like, I gotta go. Pause the movie, and I'm trying to concentrate on pooping, and then the movie, it was a whole thing. So I stopped.
You know what's really funny to me?
He was roaring on the toilet. Motherfucker making Super Saiyan noises.
I wish.
My wife is one of those, those cutesy, type people, and she does not. She doesn't fart around me. Now, so it's a little off hearing, but one night, I think it was like a week or two ago, she farted in her sleep. I was appalled.
Yup. No.
But me, I'm the type of person, I just let it rip no matter where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? She's used to it. And then I kind of, and I feel like I'm wrong in this situation because I know I'm wrong, but I got mad.
What?
The way she let that shit rip, I got mad.
Just leave.
So what?
No,
so what?
Understand? She's always farting in her sleep.
But you know what's crazy? No, she's not always. I mean, this is like one of the first times I actually heard her fart in 15 years. No cap.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, I feel like it's one of those situations. If she's sleeping and she farts, I can be mad at her for that. But when she has a dream about me doing something unspeakable, she can wake up and be mad at me. I think that's equivalent exchange because she does do that. So I could be mad at her for when she farts in her sleep, and she could be mad at me for when I'm fucking on something else in her dreams. I don't know.
One of my exes was definitely one of those motherfuckers that were like, girls don't fart or shit. I'm like, yes, the fuck they do. You're fucking stupid. And like she swore by this shit. She swore by this shit. They were like, girls do not fart. They don't shit. That's disgusting. Yada yada. So one time, I went out there to go see her. We met her friend. Her friend says, "Do you still fart in your sleep?" I looked at her. She looked at me. And she was like, no, I don't. How the fuck would you say that? And then that same night, she goes to sleep early. I'm cool and watching Family Guy.
You was waiting for it, huh?
No, I was cool. I was minding my damn. I was watching Family Guy. I had me some hot Cheetos, some geech. I'm okay. Cool. I go get up, take a piss, come out the bathroom. Next thing I know, I hear big ass. I'm like, what was that noise? and she like wiggles her butt and like gets real comfortable again. I'm like,
she got the clapper farts.
So I started dying laughing. I woke her up. I'm on the floor. She like, what's funny? What's you laughing for? I'm like, you farted in your sleep. She was like, no, I fucking didn't. I'm like, yes, the fuck you did.
Girls don't farting.
Yes, the fuck you did. And like, you should straight up lie to me too. What the fuck is wrong with you? Little nasty ass nigga. I'm like, bro, she needs to tell me you sit there and you hold your farts in during the day, and at night when nobody's looking, you go to the bathroom and shit. It makes no sense. That's disgusting. You were disgusting.
It should be crowding up in your stomach. You be feeling like you dying. Just let that shit out.
Why don't I just let it out?
Yeah, I don't let it get to that point. If I got a shit, I got a shit.
Weird. Girls are weird creatures.
But I don't really be gassy like that. But when I'm gassy, yeah, you don't want to sit next to me.
Oh, you one of them nasty niggas. You fart with a smell.
No. I fart to get the air out. It's just the air coming out. But it's the way I'll be like chilling with Tasha, and Tasha be like, "Ooh, I just farted. I can smell it in my chair." I was like, "Ew."
Nah, I remember one time I was Geechee. I was chilling here, right here in the same spot. I tooted once, a little small. Okay, you're not crazy. What the fuck going on? I'm like, bro, what the fuck did I eat? I was like, what the fuck happened? That shit is disgusting. Man.
I'm old dead man farts be getting it.
So are we not gonna talk about the Demon Slayer movie?
Oh shit.
Okay, I forgot we were talking about that.
Can we lightly talk about it then if that's the case?
Yeah, let's lightly touch on it. I'm not gonna lie. I already know what happens.
Are you read?
I didn't read it. Somebody spoiled it for me.
Oh, that's
niggas is evil.
No. So she was okay. So as you know, I am an avid reader, like manga reader, but Demon Slayer was one of those that I was just like, I should probably just wait until the movie come out and then the next season start, because I was invested in watching it. And she was like, yeah, we already know boom, this person then up and died. I was like, I didn't know that at all. I was upset, but you know, it is what it is.
Damn,
it's okay.
Well,
we can talk about things that I guess maybe you've seen up to about that hour mark if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I really only have a few things to say, but the most important thing is that movie's a 10 out of 10.
No, it's not.
No. As an anime movie, Demon Slayer Mugen Train is a 10 out of 10. And any flaw that you could think of, I could argue about.
What makes it a 10 out of 10 as an anime movie? Because you're making it seem like anime movies are bad.
No.
Yeah, why are you making it seem like
that? Even without anime movies, right? And I just, as an anime movie, I can't really say like, this is a 2 out of 10 compared to The Dark Knight or something like that, right? Because they're completely different. But the pacing, the animation especially, the plot itself, like we knew it was coming straight from season 1, going right into the movie. So the fact that they were able to wrap up an entire arc in about an hour and a half worth of content was beautiful. And then, of course, like I'm huge on character development. Huh?
The arc ain't that long.
It doesn't matter.
Did they skip a beat at all?
No.
My thing,
like the actual, like it's. I promise you that
was it like 3 panels?
No. That movie itself would have been like 4 episodes if we like cut it into episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual it wasn't. It was maybe like
20 chapters,
2 or 3 chapters. Like it wasn't long. It wasn't not even 2 or 3. Like a chapter and a half. All right.
Well, see, I haven't read that far. I plan on reading the manga sometime this week, just so I can.
I will say the adaptation of it is amazing. They literally, like the fact that it is a movie. They did an amazing job adapting from the manga. Like it's literally like the best thing about it is the animation. Like they did everything.
It was a beautiful movie. It was definitely a beautiful movie.
Fire. How they animated it, fire. Little spectacles and shit. Like the shit was just beautiful. It was a beautiful fucking movie, and I expect nothing from the niggas that left. What did they live? The Madhouse.
Who?
So the Ufotable. No. Who you
UFO table?
You
what did you say?
You said Ufotable.
No.
So I said UFO table.
And you said Ufotable table.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Wrong studio. It's Ufotable. Ufotable is doing an amazing job with Demon Slayer. I feel like Demon Slayer, because it's their recent baby series, they're the ones that are like, streamlining this shit. I feel like they're putting a lot more passion into like the series as a whole, because like the entire series has just been beautiful to look at as a whole. There's not been one like beat on that.
Can I have a discussion about something? Like, this is a kind of, I recently have been noticing this, right? Yeah. A lot of these anime studios have been like putting out shit that everybody's like, oh my God, I'm really excited for. And then it'd be like dick sauce.
Yeah.
What you mean? Like,
okay, so The Way of the Husband, and I know y'all haven't seen it. I haven't even seen it. I haven't even read it.
Oh, I have the answer to that question, but continue.
Okay, so then it's that one. There was just another one. Glipnir is a sad one. A few of these companies are just like, yeah, we're gonna throw it out there, and then be all like, oh, so yeah, we're just gonna drop it, and you're just like, but for why? Mm-hmm. Why did you do that?
So the husband one, it's supposed to look like that. I found that out a few days ago. Yeah. So like the whole premise behind it, and I could be wrong if somebody wants to argue about it. I'm not arguing because I don't know anything like pertaining to that. But someone sent me an article from the people that animated, one of the folks that animated or whatever. It was a translated article. And so what they were told, or how it was given to them, was like, hey, make this as if you were animating the actual manhwa or manga panels, whatever, like as if you were actually animating them, like going up and down like a slider, as if somebody was just looking at it like a slideshow kind of thing.
Okay, so that works in a few scenes. That should not work for a whole anime. That just makes it look disgusting. I don't want to watch it.
I agree with you. I don't think it should have been an anime if they were just going to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so we can go back. My thing is, why didn't old boy, I don't know his name, I don't remember his name, but the demon, the lower one, was he a lower one? I believe so. Why didn't he?
The hand boy.
Yeah, hand boy. Why didn't he just, they was in the train. You already fused with it. You might as well eat them whole.
Because he's a sadist and weird and wanted to have a final climax.
Yeah, you gotta understand, the demons in Demon Slayer are very egotistical. They're like they're the usual anime, like Demon Slayer is as shonen as it can get, in the same breath of like My Hero. Like those are like shonen like tropes and everything. This is the new generation. Like that ass. Yeah. Like the villains, like even the villains that aren't strong compared to the bigger guys. It's you remember, I don't know if anybody, you Mikey and Miyoko knows this, but like imagine the Frieza saga and all of Frieza's goons have an E. Like, you remember all them niggas thought they were strong as hell.
Yep.
Just for them to get fondled by Vegeta. After he got healed up. Just for them to get fondled by Gohan and Krillin. Some of them before they even got their potential unlocked. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that like, oh yeah, we're strong and you're the main character, or you're the main cast of characters that just coincidentally ended up being here, and you're the ones that are stronger than us. But they don't know that until they start dying. So like at that point, it doesn't matter. So like he's very egotistical. They all are. They all like her. But I like how they all have like a story to them. So like in the manga, all the demons that you fight have a story to them.
Yeah, I think that's something that I also like, is that because it's not like they're villains because they want to be villains. It's like, no, some really fucked up shit happened, and they just kind of like accepted it.
And Muzan like corrupted them and shit.
Yeah.
And like, you don't like this life? Here, let me give you some of this. Yeah, let me give you some of that. Come on, it's eternal life, huh?
Bro, Nick, we gotta talk about it after this. I got spoiled for the whole fucking manga.
Oh.
And like, cause you told me one thing. So like in my head, I'm like, all right, bet that's free. That's easy. Someone else told me something that I wasn't even asking about. And it was just like, I could see it happening, but I would have never fucking that spoiler was like a true spoiler. Like I got ruined. I'm like, damn.
Well, the manga is the reason why I give the Mugen Train an 8 out of 10, because the actual arc itself I think it gets better. It gets better as they go. My only complaint is the ending. That ending is.
I did not like the second act. Like they could have stopped it after the first act, after the train was over and done with. I'm like, okay, well, where'd this guy?
You didn't like what made it?
No,
like,
no. I just didn't know where Buddy came from and why it had to happen.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a theory without me reading the manga. I think he was there to watch and make sure that Lower Moon was actually going to get the job done so that he could report back to Muzan.
But like there was no inkling before. There was no foreshadowing. It was just like
just literally appeared.
It's just like, oh.
Here's Johnny.
He's like the type of person to be sending out spies and making sure shit gets done. He don't look.
We gotta remember he also put a whole hit out on Tanjiro.
That too.
Yeah,
like,
that too.
He was like, yo, like if you find this nigga, kill him now.
Yep.
Like off rip. So like I wouldn't be surprised if they're just looking around looking for not only him, because remember the moment he saw Tanjiro, you know what I'm saying? The moment he saw Tanjiro, he knew who they looked at the earring. He was like, it's you're weak. He tried to kill him. Like that was like a big thing. So I understand like the where the hell did he come from aspect, but like it without spoiling it.
I really want to like.
You know what it reminds me of?
Without spoiling it had to happen. Without spoiling it had to happen.
It reminds me of that scene in John Wick where they had to put the hit out on him, and everybody was looking for him. And Impossible was looking for him. They were like, yeah, John Wick, you said I could take him out easy. So
they were getting washed.
It was, I don't know. It when you read the manga, it makes a lot of sense. I like the certain like symbolisms of like death and shit.
Yeah.
I think how what's his name like thought of him dying. His like last like monologue was like really, really touching for his character, but then also like a different insight on like what life is for people, what death is for people, because I feel like that resonated with a lot of people. That's why I think it was a 10 out of 10 for some people.
Yeah.
Because that last speech was kind of fucking crazy. You got attached to a character that you just saw one episode of, but he just gave you his whole backstory in an hour and a half movie, and his final moments is like hitting for a lot of people because a lot of people come from that same, you know what I'm saying, that same background as he did.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people, you know, that symbolism and that life lesson was kind of just really, really cool. I that's why he's one of my favorite pillars personally.
I didn't even know anything about him until this movie. Like obviously I knew from the anime.
That's it. The anime,
I know.
There's no like the anime does a good job at like adapting to like adapting from the manga. So like none of these characters, you will never know anything about them until it's their time to either die or get powerful.
Yeah, and I think that's what sucks about it. Because I remember you mentioning something. I won't say it, but you know, like it really shows you the realization of just how far human potential or just like a human goes versus some extraordinary. This isn't normal. Yeah, humans are weak as hell compared to some shit. So it's like a lot of the stuff they're doing. When you sit there and you piece it together, all right, you got lucky here, or like this wouldn't have happened if this thing didn't happen. You know, like we wouldn't have the rest of Demon Slayer as far as Tanjiro's perspective goes if Giyu never showed up in the Force. You know, if Kocho never showed up with Zenitsu, even though he did all that work and he took out the spider head, he still would have died. Like that would have been his last moment.
The moment you realize, and they said this before, they said this literally at the end of Demon Slayer, but it's the moment you realize that you're really just watching exaggerated superpowers and these are just regular techniques these kids are using, you start realizing, damn, these motherfuckers aren't as powerful as what they're up against. Like they're up against like actual supernatural beings. They're just using styles. That
doesn't really explain, for instance, like in the movie, right, with the flame pillars and the fire spiraling. You don't get that from any kind of technique. So it's
no. Literally, the creator said that's just to exaggerate the shit.
Yeah, I get that. But like when you're fighting the demon and the demon's like, oh, here's my spider silk technique. It's like, all right, cool. How are you fighting this without all the exaggerated shit? Even if you were at the attack, like Zenitsu, you're not bouncing like lightning, you know?
But that's just he's just fast. Yeah, he's just like really fucking fast, as well as Rengoku.
Zenitsu also borrows, like his stance is borrowed from an actual like stance that requires focus, patience, and breathing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's using I think it's the EI or the Yato, one of the two. It's the quick draw. He does quick draw shit.
Right.
Yeah, him and Zenitsu do the same thing or roughly the same thing.
Yeah, the whole point of the lightning is to just like exaggerate how fast he's actually moving. Mm-hmm. But I think the demon shit is actually like real though, because these niggas are actually fighting.
Yeah, like it can't not be real for the demons. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it just, even if it's exaggerated on a human spectrum, that's the weird part about it. Is like
it looks phenomenal.
No, it looks phenomenal, but it's just like if the exaggerated shit didn't happen, like with the lightning effects, you know, Tanjiro and his flame, whenever he gets into the other dance or whatever, realistically, if those things did not happen along with the actual attack, they wouldn't be killing things. Like, because it adds so much to the actual attack. I don't know. It's weird for that to be the truth. And I think
it adds a lot of entertaining for the people.
It does. It's very visually pleasing.
If it was really just sword play, it wouldn't be like, I don't think the tone of it would probably be like the same of it, honestly. Because here's regular ass natural being do magic and shit. Meanwhile, you're just a regular ass nigga with a katana.
I like to think of that Spider Boy fight because it's the way, if Nezuko wasn't there, yeah, he probably would have just got fucking folded.
No, there's no probably about it.
They all would have. If Nezuko wasn't there to kill that fucking thing, or to burn the fucking
the threads, yeah,
they would have died there.
Yep.
Giyu and what's her face would have came too late. It would have been a wrap.
Yep.
But that's just because Nezuko is a demon. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's allowed to have those. Yeah, she get the properties.
She get the shit.
Like later in the thing, they get into like lore and shit for their whole thing. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's when you read it, you're gonna be mad that that's the final answer for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes a lot of sense if like these are like superpowers.
How quickly can you read it?
Demon Slayer is not long. It's like 120, 121.
206.
200 chapters.
Yep. And you can finish the train arc at around like 60, 70.
Yeah, it's small, dog.
I'll knock that out soon. Because I need that answer. Like, it got spoiled, and you know, normally when you get spoiled, you're like, all right, I don't want to read it anymore. I don't want to watch it anymore. But I need to know why. Like, the why wasn't spoiled, and I need to know why.
I'm really I want to know what it is.
I'm gonna DM it to you.
I kind of really want to hear about Teary Boy. I've always been interested in his character ever since they showed him. Well, not only that, yeah, because that's
that praises.
Yeah, I guess that's the voice actor for Gentoki. You know, that's my show, Gintama.
Okay.
So I really want to know more about. I really want to know more about him. But you know what? I understand where you're coming from, Yoku, because when Tower of God ended, I wasn't satisfied. I had to figure out what the fuck was going on, and here I am.
Oh, this little minute ass spoiler, man. That's minute. Anyway, bro. Any fucking way.
Whatever, fuck. Bro. Now there's more. Right.
Anywho, next fucking topic. That happened in like the second to last chapter, and it gets resolved quick. Don't worry about that bullshit.
Okay.
That's some extra. I don't even know why that even is a discussion point. Whatever.
Okay. All right.
Also, the Demon Slayer movie, for the people that did watch it and then shy, I guess. How are you enjoying it so far out of 10?
I like it. I really like it. I think it's about it can't go any higher than an 8 and any lower than an 8 for me personally. We'll see when I finish it. If it's a 9,
it's gonna go to a 9 for her. That last half is fucking amazing.
It's good, but it just really leaves you asking why. Why did that have to happen at that particular time?
It's a bigger story.
I think it only leaves you asking why because you are asking why.
Just know you're gonna laugh when he dies.
Is it always something stupid? Is it like
you're gonna feel fulfilled when what's his name dies, and it's like, yeah, you fucking bitch.
Achilles, where he like gets hit in his fucking.
No, it's not even that. Just when it happens, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, you stupid bitch is what you get for killing my man, stupid bitch, stupid bitch." like imagine playing a Call of Duty lobby and you just downed the nigga that was killing you the entire game, and you teabag that nigga afterwards. Like, yeah, you stupid motherfucker, bitch ass nigga. Yeah, yeah. When you see it, I that's my thing. Like a lot of the things, if you're an anime only, a lot of the stuff makes no sense at all. But it's one of those things where you just have to wait until it's all unraveled.
Bro, when this entire thing is animated, man,
it's
that
fire.
shit is nice. It's gonna be so fucking nice.
It's good. Well, Mikey, out of 10.
You
said 10.
I'm still gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And it's the only reason why it's a 7 out of 10 is because of the second act. Like I'm not asking why. No. I'm not asking why of the event that happened. I'm asking why that had to happen right after the train. It didn't make any sense to me where
he explains it.
What?
It was
I don't remember homie's name. Akata. He explains why.
I'm not talking about like within the lore or the story. I'm talking about for plot's sake. Why did that have to happen at that certain time? Like, why did it was too fast. It was way too fast.
He tells you why. There's a part in the movie where he specifically says if you had a year or more to train and master like what you're doing right now, all of us would be in trouble. Like even the top 3 demons would be in trouble.
No. I'm not saying his reasoning. I'm asking for the overall plot.
Overall, I'm telling you, that's why.
Honestly, I think what he's trying to say is like, why couldn't they go like a day or two?
Yeah.
Yo,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why? No. Because I wanted to see the training arc. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see.
Oh, you wanted to see him train Tanjiro?
Yes, I wanted to see him train Tanjiro.
Oh yeah, that would have been hot.
Bro. That would have been fucking phenomenal.
That would have been hot.
I wanted to see that training arc. That's probably one of the only training arcs I would ever want to see in anime. To be honest,
I could see that because that would have been great.
It's like it's a All Might Deku thing. Like that to me. In that instance, on the train, that was an All Might Deku moment.
Yeah.
So to rob us of that, that's fucked up, and that's why it gets a 7.
But I think that's what makes it okay. So for me, as much as I hate that part, I think that's what bumped it up for me was that whole like moment because it's the reality of that world. Right. So like in My Hero, just like you mentioned with the All Might and the Deku scenario or Deku scenario, he's always saved by All Might or some inkling of All Might. Something is saving him at any given point in time. Even when who was that one for all, whenever he was on a rampage and going to destroy the city and All Might had to use like every last ounce of his power to fight him, given the scenario or given that moment in time, if that was it, he couldn't defeat him. Everybody would have died because nobody at that point is stopping him. So flip it to Demon Slayer, and now you're in a reality where you don't have an All Might.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, and this is number 3 or 6, whatever it was. Like, he's not even the strongest. So
yeah, so the whole purpose is like these demons have been around for hundreds of years. These guys have been training for X amount of their lives. Think they're going to be strong enough to handle them?
No,
get them while they're weak. They got done fighting.
Yeah,
fuck them.
And that's why homie was like, I don't want to do this thing to you. I want you to join me so that we can fight forever.
Yeah, he wanted them to fight forever, and I get it.
But it was also like a waste of skill. Like he kept repeating it. He was like, "There's so much wasted potential if you die." And then here we are.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, that's not me. I don't want to be a blood today. I'm gonna stay on this side over here, gang.
Which I really like because could you imagine if he did do that and he went back to his brother and his father who was once before something and he's just like, yeah, I'm immortal.
I think that would actually be a pretty cool like thing though, because something that they don't show.
Ain't no way.
No, his dad would get killed. His dad would get murdered.
Oh yeah.
But I like that they, or rather I don't like that. I think if they showed more of how demons acted how Muzan acts. Like this dude had a whole fake family because he just felt, to fulfill his life of wife and children. That kid don't know who the fuck he is. Like just, but he's like, this is my daughter and this is my wife. And like, we do family, husband and wife shit. And it's like, none of the other demons do that. They, not once have we seen any of them being able to live out what would be a normal life for them, or like their desires of a life, right? Because with Rui,
that when they die.
No. Okay, well, the doctor, sure, but like she to me is like an evolved form of Nezuko. If Nezuko can talk and live on her own, that would be the doctor. Like, has very little to do with Muzan. It was an accident, and like here you are, trying to correct the shit that happened in your life and help people that have also been affected by Muzan. But one of the moons, right? Any lower moon or upper moon, they have all this power. They've already been corrupted. They've been lied to. Yeah, I guess it's not really a lie. He made sure they can do what they could. But being corrupted by Muzan, and then you don't actually get to do that desire that he told you, like, hey bro, if you want to be the best basketball player in the world, I got you, drink my blood, and you're in there like swimwear, and it's like, all right, bet. And then no, you're not really the best basketball player. You can kill every other basketball player, and then now you're the only basketball player, but you're still not the best. So I would like to see more of them live out that side. So given what you said about Rengoku, if he were to have, joined the demons and then go over to like back to his folks and be like, look, dad, I'm the best samurai now, or like I'm immortal, like I'll never die. Like that would have been really cool, because I don't think he would have killed his dad, but it would have just been like a moment to see his brother, and like how does his brother respond to that, right? Like, damn, you disappointed me, now you're a demon, I gotta grow up to kill you now. Or like, damn, that's kind of cool, you can live forever, my big bro's the shit. So it would have been a nice little like moment. I don't know, I would like to see stuff like that. That's just me though,
I like to think about that moment when Tanjiro really pulled up on what's his face, gang leader, big boss, with his fake family. Was like, I'm about to kill you. And that's in this, the way in that scene he looked at him and was like, I'm about to put a hit out on you.
Right.
we can't have this nigga just walking around.
He's like, you said that in front of my fake wife, my fake daughter, mind you. I have to get rid of you. I have to get you up out of here, because this is the way I just won't let that happen. It was just that look in his eyes. He looked at it with disgust. He was like,
and you know what's crazy is like, he had to have known who that was at the time without the information, because nobody went back and told him, right? At that point in time, nobody had told Muzan anything about Tanjiro.
No, he was just walking around minding his business with his fake family.
Yeah, and, so it's like, now I'm more curious, because Tanjiro's dad was he a Hashira, or no, he wasn't, right? He just knew dances.
Yeah, he knew dances, and it translated very well to swordsmanship.
Why are Tanjiro's earrings so important?
They're just a defining factor of what.
Nick looked up. That meant something.
I guess I'm anime only, so they're just something that identifies Tanjiro right now. Apparently, they mean something else.
Okay, I'll draw a parallel.
You can tell it to me, but I want to know how close it is.
I'll draw a parallel, if that's cool.
All right.
Kung Lao to Liu Kang.
Okay.
I don't get that. Bro.
In what way?
The original Kung Lao to Liu Kang.
Okay. Cool. All right, I'm in there. We good.
Okay.
Speaking about Kung Lao and Liu Kang. Sam, how y'all like the Mortal Kombat movie?
I'm on the fence where other people are not on the fence. I don't think it was a bad movie at all. I think that was a great Mortal Kombat movie, bro. I mean,
I personally, I'm on both sides of the fence. Reason being is because, yes, I do believe it was a bad movie, but I don't believe it was a bad start, if that makes any sense. I think it has very good setup to what could possibly be a really good franchise movie-wise. I think that Cole's story was very one-dimensional, honestly, it wasn't needed, but it closed out a certain chapter in Mortal Kombat that can be ignored going forward. You know what I'm saying? So I think Cole's story was supposed to open up Mortal Kombat and introduce us into that world and introduce us to how things are gonna go going forward. My prediction is Cole's probably gonna be fodderized like Johnny Cage was in the second Mortal Kombat movie. If y'all remember that, Johnny Cage died like hella early in the movie. But bringing in Johnny Cage, that's going to solidify the core combatants for the actual tournament. So whether Cole dies or however that's going to work, I don't think he's going to be around for the second movie in the actual tournament.
Let's talk about it. I think they actually set it up to where he can't die.
This Mortal Kombat, you can die.
No. I feel that, but I think like plot wise, I think they set it up to where he is so important. Dying is probably the last option. Like him dying would have to either A, reset the entire timeline, B, revive every single other fucking fighter in the world, or C, in the entire Mortal Kombat tournament. The reason I say that is because and I had to go back and I watched, you guys remember the animated movie for Scorpion's Revenge?
Yeah.
All right, so I went back and watched that the same exact night after I watched the Mortal Kombat. So the same night it released. And then I did a little bit of digging and whatnot, because the timeline for Mortal Kombat as a fighting game is probably one of the most put together stories out of any other fighting game that exists. And so
I beg to differ.
No. Because if you actually, I think if you actually look at Mortal Kombat, you can follow along. Like there's some things that are confusing, sure, but it's not like Street Fighter. Like, Street Fighter is, this starts from 1 to 3, and then after that it goes to the future. Then you go back in time. Then you go back to the future, but not really in the future, but it's still in the future. Then you go past the future, but then in the same game you go backwards, and it's just like there's a lot of shit that doesn't make sense in Street Fighter timeline wise. But the past couple of iterations of Mortal Kombat, from the games to the movies,
that totally didn't work,
and the comic books, they have put so much emphasis on the Shirai Ryu, whether that be restoring the clan, how important it was for the clan to die, or the clan in general. So him being the last living descendant of Scorpion, or the Shirai Ryu in general, I think they set up to where like him dying is the end all be all of the Shirai Ryu. Because it's not gonna make another Scorpion.
Scorpion's alive though.
Takeda. Scorpion's alive, but he's not alive. Like he's still Hell Man Scorpion. So he can't make another Shirai. He can't give another woman babies. You know what I mean?
Yes, he can, and that's literally what happened.
Ain't that how he got a son?
No, he came back to life. Like he got his body and soul back.
Yeah,
and then had sex, and then made.
Well,
babies.
I mean, he didn't have another child. I'm just saying he rebuilt the Shirai Ryu as a human after being a Spectre.
Yeah. That for sure, but it's not like he's teaching that to Cole right now, is what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. He doesn't need to, because that happens further in the future, and Cole doesn't need to exist.
But
I hate the movie, so I'm just like,
I'm sitting there listening to him. I'm just like, I don't like it.
I hate the movie.
I don't think the clan. I don't know. It's weird. You know how you put a lot of work into something just to delete it? Like, what if you put like 90 hours into a video? Most fire video in your fucking life, and you're like, all right, I'm done, and then deleted it.
Yeah, and Cole was a full recording with no audio.
Yes.
I don't have anything for that. You got it.
I hate the movie.
I tapped the deck, bro. You got it. I forfeit.
I hate that fucking movie.
Yeah, but I agree with Mikey. It's a nice setup for a franchise that has potential.
I think that shit is fucking garbage. Keep the effects, restart the fucking thing.
At this point, you don't need to restart it. Just get rid of Cole and have them go forward with what they've got.
You see, Cole's not the issue.
I think he is.
Issue.
I think the Arcana was the issue.
That's one of them. I think the biggest issue is nobody did their jobs.
Yeah. Kung Lao. Well, no. As far as plot wise, Kung Lao did his job. Kung Lao.
Not even just that. Kung Lao was the only character that stayed true.
The biggest of, I don't know, dude. I am just not a fan of that shit. I don't care about Cole. His actor just couldn't act that out. I think the character Cole and his lines and how they were delivered were very tone deaf to like the seriousness of the actual tournament itself. And I feel like the events that happened were kind of dumb because you just pretty much just killed off like hella people that were supposed to be star players in your tournament just for you to what? Go and grab random outworld nigga number 3 that we know you're gonna bring in characters that are gonna be. So ideally, they killed off Mortal Kombat 1 characters to bring in Mortal Kombat 2 characters when the actual tournament happens.
I can see that, but you still gotta remember, Shang Tsung. I mean, he could just bring them back.
Now wait a minute. Now watch this. Shang Tsung didn't do nothing that entire thing. He broke the rules twice.
Mm-hmm.
Raiden, who is an elder god at this point, can invoke the rules of Mortal Kombat. He can. He literally said he couldn't interfere, but he interfered twice.
The problem with what this movie did was Shang Tsung was breaking all the rules when Mortal Kombat was not invoked.
Yeah.
That meant Raiden was not bound by those rules, so Raiden could literally fuck them up if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a major plot hole in this one movie, because if they actually went by the rules of Mortal Kombat, then Raiden could fight. Raiden could fuck all of them up, and he should have. But for this whatever the fuck that was before the tournament, it rubbed me the wrong way. Especially when you know the lore for Mortal Kombat.
Y'all know me. I know that's like the back of my hand.
Exactly.
It was not like Cole. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care about Cole because Cole could have been anybody else.
They should have just gave us Cicada.
They should have just gave us the regular Liu Kang prophecy.
Yeah, give us Liu Kang. Like, we didn't need Cole.
And speaking about Liu Kang, I didn't like how Liu Kang and Kung Lao are essentially fodders when they're the most powerful humans on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I didn't like how broken they made Bihan when Bihan gets his ass destroyed in the first tournament. He was strong back when in his prime and shit, but at this point, Bihan is not supposed to be that fucking strong. It's where he dead ass bodies every fucking body. The nigga that he's
I think the people they put him up against, he would probably fight. Not Scorpion, but like him versus Jax with no arms. Yeah, Sub-Zero is winning that. Who else did he even fight? He didn't fight anybody.
He went up against Kung Lao Liu Kang. He fought Liu Kang, and he overpowered Liu Kang.
Kang should have body.
Yeah.
And Liu Kang was prodigal son. Like niggas, it's Liu Kang.
Yeah, it's Liu Kang.
Of Mortal Kombat. What the fuck are we talking about? What? You mean tell me this nigga walked in the base and that nigga Liu Kang threw a fireball and got hit once and fell to the ground? What? What?
Bro, he had a brain freeze.
Like it's Liu Kang. This is Liu fucking Kang.
He had a brain freeze.
Fucking Kang. The nigga can sit here and defeat a fucking elder god, but can't fight a fucking old ass grandpa ninja.
Hey, wait. Speaking of elder gods, all right, I have a question that I thought about. So elder gods are gods, but they're in human bodies?
They're not humans. They just take human form. They're dragons, really.
Yeah.
All right. So how come if like you snap their neck or some shit, or like punch a hole through their chest, they're dead?
What?
Who did that?
All right. So hypothetically, right? Let's just say Raiden fights or whatever, and then I don't know, Goro smacks the shit out of his head, and his
Raiden
head goes
gets
flying off.
reincarnated.
Yep.
Okay, that's how that works.
When you kill another god, you're essentially killing their avatar, not their essence.
All right. Cool.
I thought that's how that worked.
That's what I would have assumed, but like anytime that I see somebody kill an elder god, what's his fucking name? Shinnok. And anytime that I saw like not Shinnok die, they were dead.
So when Raiden blew himself up in Deception, he reincarnated into Evil Raiden. That was where that whole thing came from. That's why he got black, the dark armor and everything. He reincarnated, but unfortunately the essence of Onaga corrupted him.
Okay.
And so it's like, damn, you fucked up my whole healing process. So now I'm evil. Now I'm doing shit now he has this toxic obsession with protecting Earth, and he's willing to kill Earth people to protect Earth.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, you kind of fucking up. You fucking up. But that's
I'm about to go back and watch
Kombat movie. The Mortal Kombat movie just makes me mad because it's just basically just making a movie that kind of like it just literally just takes the name of the characters and just does its own thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I understand Scorpion is like the popular guy, and having him be the center focus of something is not bad. Unfortunately, Scorpion, the most popular character in Mortal Kombat, comes within the last 15 minutes of the movie. Scorpion, not Hanzo.
Right.
Hanzo's the first 10 minutes of the movie. 15, 13, something like that.
Yeah. Sporadically pops up, but
No, not even sporadically. They do like little stupid ass dagger shit. Mind you, this nigga Cole is having flashbacks of a dagger. He doesn't even have the dagger.
They could have did that so much. I'm like, you don't need Cole. Anyway, they could have did that so much better. Like even with Cole, they could have, I don't know, they could have had his grandma or somebody. Like he didn't have to be orphaned. You know what I'm saying? He could have been brought up as if he were Liu Kang. You know what I'm saying? He's the prophesied one. That's why you have the birthmark. That's why the birthmark has been passed down to you. Like he could have had some type of inkling of why he was having those dreams. Why, I don't know. It just doesn't matter.
The next two fighters that replace Kano and Kung Lao are gonna be new Sub-Zero and Johnny Cage.
Yeah, you're gonna get the new Sub-Zero.
Is that Jihan, right?
No.
Jihan.
What's his son's name? I don't know.
It's the brothers. They're brothers.
Okay.
It's Bihan and what's his name?
I forget his name.
Fuck. He's the one I always forget because he's Sub-Zero.
Because he's always been introduced as Sub-Zero.
Yeah, no matter Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 1 is Sub-Zero. That nigga dies.
Yeah, he dies in Mortal Kombat 1. And Sub-Zero
he's Noob, right?
That's
who
Noob.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's so much more likable as a character as Noob than he is Sub-Zero.
That's because in Sub-Zero they basically make him a mercenary. He's a killing machine. Like those brothers were trained to kill under the Grandmaster's orders.
Yeah. No, I get that about the Lin Kuei, but I mean it just feels like as Noob, this man just do whatever the fuck I want now.
As Noob, he don't give a fuck about nobody.
Right.
He didn't care.
He tried to kill his brother 3 times.
Yep.
He knew who he was too. He knew it. It was like, wait a minute, Bihan, what are you doing?
Yeah, because
that nigga no more. What you talking to me for?
Because Grandmaster Sub-Zero took the Lin Kuei in a direction that he didn't want to go.
Yeah,
basically.
That's why Noob Saibot wanted to kill Sub-Zero. Because that's not me. That's not
shit. Man, fuck that movie.
The whole time I thought smoke was coming out because Shang Tsung kept dropping in and out through black smoke, and I'm like, all right, cool, smoke is here, and then it would be Shang Tsung. I'm like, bro, what? Ain't that supposed to be green?
Oh yeah, you're right. But nah, man, I just think there's a lot of room for improvement.
And what Kano though?
Kano carried the movie 100%. Kano was the comic relief, and he was funny as fuck.
I think Kano was one of the only 3 characters true to two of them being the character. Yeah,
I would say Jack, Sonya, and Kano. All 3 of them were spot on for their acting, and Kung Lao.
I think the Arcana superpower is fucking stupid.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They had to justify it though.
No, they didn't.
Nah, they just make machine.
Okay, bro, think about it like this, right? Niggas, Marvel Cinematic, the Marvel universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is literally superheroes. You think niggas give a fuck about how the Guardians of the Galaxy got how they got? No. Them niggas saved the galaxy 3 times. Who gives a fuck? Why is it that we have to explain Sub-Zero, Liu Kang summoning fire?
You know what's funny about that? Sub-Zero that's not an Arcana. He's not even explained as an Arcana. He just fucking shoots ice because I'm from a clan that makes ice people.
But guess what? The Lin Kuei are Earth Realmers.
Yeah.
So that's why that's fucking stupid. See what I'm saying? Why can't we just have superpowered niggas be super powerful? Jack should have gotten his arms ripped off, and the fucking Shaolin monk should have gave him those fucking arms.
Hell yeah.
Not his fucking scrawny ass arms. The big ass arms. Why? Because Raiden knows how to do that shit.
Help, please.
Liu Kang is known for being strong-willed. He's a prodigy. Why the fuck does he need an Arcana to be able to use his key? You know what I'm saying? Kung Lao's entire hat. Kung Lao is the next best thing. He's stronger than Liu Kang. In that instance, he's stronger than Liu Kang. Why the fuck do we have to explain that he can use his fucking his hat to teleport around and shit?
And we only got it once. Out of all the times to not be able to teleport when you get your soul sucked out of.
Sonya Blade was the first of 3 people chosen for the Mortal Kombat tournament originally.
Yep.
She just by chance happened to be there in that movie in particularly. And she didn't get her Arcana until killing who?
Until she killed Kano. And then
And
literally right after she killed Kano, she had her powers.
Exactly. Yep. The whole, you're born with this thing shit makes no fucking sense because Jack said that shit in the movie. Yeah, you're born with it. I got it too. Okay, nigga, what the fuck do you do? Why do you lose to Sub-Zero if you got it, my nigga? Your Arcana automatically summons itself when you get your fucking arms? Fuck out of here. Sonya unlocks her Arcana and her fucking her purple fucking little laser blast things are nowhere near connected to her fucking character. But if you know Mortal Kombat, you know that it's a gadget ring that she has on her fucking arms.
That's why they came from the military.
You don't have to have the shit explained.
What they should have done, because they showed off that room.
Just be fucking powerful. Imagine Johnny Cage's whole new storyline with just being, yeah, you were born with this power. He's a part of a Mediterranean bloodline group of niggas that fought alongside gods and shit. He can do that. You can't do that. Don't try doing what he can do. Sonya Blade, you just happen to be really good at fighting. Relax, Ma. You're not Johnny Cage. You know what I'm saying? You're not Johnny Cage. You're not.
Hey, honestly though, Johnny Cage will say that for himself.
Jax, and Sonya should be the only human characters, the only by chance characters, and maybe Kano. Kano just happens to have a laser eye. But
that nigga got mad.
He got mad. Like, bro, he gets his laser eye from the fucking metal thing. Him getting his eye stabbed, he's not supposed to die there.
Yeah.
Because what's gonna happen is he's gonna take those niggas, revive them. Kano's gonna come back with a fucking metal eye.
And he didn't even get that until Mortal Kombat 2. That he had a knife in Mortal Kombat 1. He threw knives.
A regular ass dude in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
The humans should have just been humans, and the superhumans should have just been superhumans, and the other world creep should have just been that. Cabal's whole storyline is he worked for Kano and he got burnt to shit.
Yep.
That should be it. Natara is the only vampire in the fucking series. She can be that. You know what I'm saying?
She was fodder.
There was no explanation on Natara. There didn't need to be because she was gonna die in that movie. That's fine. That scene was great because it was literally just Kung Lao and her fighting.
I hate that they brought her in just to get killed though.
That Arcana shit did not need to happen. It did not need to happen.
Yeah, it didn't.
You're fighting Reiko. Reiko is this meathead. He's not like that in the original fucking stuff.
I said the same thing. They made that nigga ugly as hell in the movie.
Reiko is not what they made him in that movie. You just killed a whole 20 years of a character in one movie. Goro is the champion of Mortal Kombat for 9 consecutive fucking years. This nigga Cole by chance can kill Goro?
He had to protect his family, bro. You know they say when you're protecting your children, you get superpowers. So
nigga.
Hey, listen.
Where was he at when Sub-Zero was attacking him then? Come on, man.
What you mean?
In the beginning.
Yeah. What you mean, bro? He didn't know about it then. He didn't have the knowledge, you know? He didn't have the knowledge.
No, but the nigga Cole was literally an amazing street fighter.
Yeah. He never finished the fight.
He couldn't uppercut.
he couldn't. His whole thing was not controlling the fight. Like he's not able to control some shit.
Fighter. Not only was he a street fighter, they brought that nigga to that temple to train just to be ass.
Yeah.
Right.
And he quit and went home.
It's like, bro, like, come on, bro. Let's talk about the fucking acting, bro. That shit was fucking garbage.
Liu Kang was not his character. That was not Liu Kang's character. I get it, he's a monk, but Liu Kang, that wasn't Liu Kang.
That wasn't Liu Kang at all.
No. I
think Kung Lao was up there for his character though.
No. Kung Lao, I would say Kano, Kung Lao, Jax, and Sonya were the only 4 characters in that movie that did their roles right.
I'd say Hanzo did his role right too, not Scorpion. Hanzo.
Well, I mean, yeah. Even I think they should have played the beginning of that movie exactly how they did the animated movie. Because
with Sub-Zero, like, just straight up killing niggas.
No, explaining the Scorpion. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, with Quan Chi, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Like when Scorpion, when Hanzo was out with his son, he was explaining the will of a scorpion, and they watched the scorpion on the anthill, and he was like, "Damn, that ant's getting that scorpion's getting fucked up." And then Hanzo was just like, "Well, you know what? Keep watching." And then the scorpion just fucked up all the ants and whatnot because of, you know, how they did that. And that's why his name is the Scorpion, because his will was so strong. Yeah. So I think they should have like kept that bar for bar. That was a very powerful thing for him to come back and be Scorpion.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just don't like that. I just don't like. I also don't like that. They completely null and voided Quan Chi.
Yeah, exactly.
Scorpion so happened to be revived. It's like no, that's not what happened at all. That's not what happened at all. But whatever. I
think they could. I think they were playing on like him not really being known at the time. Because I don't even remember Quan Chi and MK1 like having that explained.
Quan Chi was definitely an afterthought, but
Quan Chi was not only was Quan Chi an afterthought, but he was always there though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So like in the movie, I think they were playing off the fact of like he's there, but you don't know he's the reason. Because even Shang Tsung didn't, know Quan Chi was the one that did that either.
Yes, but Raiden did.
Yeah, Raiden knows everything.
Raiden knows about that whole exchange and how Bihan got over. He knows what happened.
You know what's funny? In this movie, how they were playing on Scorpion doing like the revenge thing and like I gotta kill Sub-Zero. They didn't once have an interaction between him and Scorpion and like Raiden's whole, you always have a choice. Don't do X, Y, and Z. Blah 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 blah.
No, because it was two separate movies.
The movie's fucking dick. The movie's a 4 out of 10. That movie is like 4 out of 10.
It was two separate movies in one.
About it are the remixes to the original theme of Mortal Kombat.
I hated those.
And fuck, them shits were decent. The Mortal Kombat remixes and the special effects. Everything else is fucking garbage. Cole was a trash actor. All the characters in that shit were basically fodder. The events did not need to happen at all. I don't like that shit at all. That shit is fucking garbage. Will I watch the second one? Probably. I'm pirating it. If we ever come back, I pirated it. Sue me all you want. I don't give a fuck. That shit was garbage. That shit was garbage. That shit was trash. That shit was fucking garbage. That shit disrespectful as hell. I was watching that, so I'm just like, bro, this shit is. Let me give it a couple more minutes, see if I like it. Oh. Let me see it. And by that point, it was already about the end of the movie. I'm like, bro, this shit is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it took. I thought it was great the first time I watched it, but then I had time to sit on it, and I was just like, damn, that didn't make sense. Damn, that didn't make sense either. Holy shit, this movie is garbage.
Everybody did their jobs in that Mortal Kombat movie. The movie would not need to exist. Because the only reason why niggas broke the rules, the fact that nigga Raiden let Shang Tsung come to his thing in the first place, automatically let me know that shit was gonna be ass.
They just made Raiden a bitch. And I've never seen Raiden can be a bitch. I'm not gonna say that. I've never seen him be a bitch like frame one.
You think Raiden's a bitch?
I said he can be a bitch. Raiden allows things to happen, rules or not, that he should not allow to happen.
So he just seems non-confrontational.
That's the funny thing about it. That's the whole purpose of the timelines. That's him interfering with the timelines is why Shao Kahn won Armageddon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he shit back and was like, you have to let them do this shit. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now you get I saw the future. We gotta let this shit happen. No, Raiden, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's literally what happened in Mortal Kombat 11.
Because the original Mortal Kombat is literally, hey, Shao Kahn's doing this, we have to stop him. Shinnok's doing this, we have to stop him. Shang Tsung's doing this, we have to stop him. We have to stop them is the whole driving force for the whole Mortal Kombat original, just for the villain to win, and then restart. You have to let these niggas do this. You have to but then having Shao Kahn do his thing, Liu Kang dies. Johnny Cage takes center focus. Shinnok just so happened to take advantage of the fact that Liu Kang was gone.
Yeah.
Liu Kang, Shinnok was like, oh shit, Liu Kang and Shao Kahn are dead? Oh yeah, Quan Chi, go revive them niggas now. Go revive them niggas now. I want this. And that's what happened.
Yep. They became remnants, and then after that, time travel.
Yeah. But fuck that movie. Fuck that movie. Well, speaking about Mortal Kombat, NRS is making a Marvel fighting game.
Supposedly.
That's not 2 for 2, bro. You can't have that.
Supposedly.
I'm not gonna let you have that, bro. That's not 2 for 2.
That was fucking tough.
That's not 2 for 2.
That was a tough ass transition. I am the god of this shit.
Oh my gosh. Don't let him gas himself up.
I do this shit for real. NRS is making a Marvel fighting game. And a lot of people thought it was going to be Injustice 3, but no. It's a Marvel fighting game.
Yeah, it's a versus, right?
We haven't had it's a Marvel fighting game.
Oh.
We haven't had a Marvel fighting game or a Marvel, I wouldn't say focus, but since Infinite. Marvel has even fighting game since Infinite.
Yeah, I guess because that was.
And we haven't.
No. Infinite was still Capcom. Marvel versus. Yeah, that was still a versus with Capcom.
No, I mean we're just saying we haven't.
Marvel hasn't fought.
Oh. Okay. I got you.
So people are thinking that it's like the next game after that is going to be the Marvel and DC or Injustice guys.
Yeah.
Which would be insane. I think NetherRealm Studios is the best studios to do it personally. I think no. Mortal Kombat and Marvel no. Mortal Kombat, DC, Marvel, they're juggernaut franchises, right? Giving those two, DC and Marvel, simplistic fighting games that everybody can get into, it makes sense.
No, their fighting styles are absolutely fucking terrible.
That's what separates Marvel from every other fighting game is that, and it's not even that it's complex.
No.
You're not gonna
fighting game thing. This is a cash grab. This is the opportunity.
Right. I hear you, but we're talking about exactly what you just said of them being like the best ones to do it for making the game.
Or the cash grab, not for the FGC, not for.
I personally, I think NRS is one of the worst ones to give it to for cash grabbing.
I just don't agree with you.
Justice 2 are great.
While they are great, they are established. And what I mean by established is Injustice, Mortal Kombat, they've came up with NRS. You're not going to take Spider-Man, you're not going to take Wolverine, and you're not going to give them an Injustice move set and think that's okay. You can't do that. Nobody's going to buy that.
That's as far as fighting games go.
Nobody's going to buy that. The only way that NRS it's a fight game. You play one day, son.
Fuck.
The only way that it's gonna work is if you take the programmers from Marvel vs. Capcom and you give us a story from NRS. That's a godlike game. Okay, that's a godlike game.
Yeah, like the next Marvel versus game, and then it has a story based or like from the NRS people.
Yes, but you I can see NRS having a hand in gameplay, but I cannot see them doing the main gameplay and this thing be so super successful. It'll be successful, but it's not going to be a juggernaut. It's not going to be a blockbuster because people have like it's brand recognition. You know what I'm saying? Marvel has always had that Capcom flair since Children of the Atom. Always.
I think it'll do worse than Marvel versus DC Universe.
Yes, and it will. It absolutely will. Because it's one of those things where it's just like it's so far away from the norm, and you see what this company has established. There's a specific type of gamer that plays these games. Like you don't see, I mean, you see Max, you'll see him play, you know, any fighting game, but that's not his mainstay. Like you're not gonna just boot up a Max stream and see him playing Mortal Kombat 11. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be in the mood for that, you know? at any given time, you'll see him playing Marvel 2, Marvel 3, even you'll see him play Infinite at any given time, because that's what is going to grab the attention. Now, yeah, when the game releases, if it's good, you know, you'll see him playing it. But how long is he gonna play that? How long is it going to?
For more than a month.
That's what I'm saying. Because those mechanics, I mean, yeah, you can't put out a fighting game and call it a banger without talking about the mechanics. That's not how fighting games work. That's not how they're made. You have to talk about the mechanics, because you have to talk about mechanics and graphics, because we all know how Marvel Infinite went. And you have to talk about roster as well.
No. NRS, I can give it to him on graphics. I can give it to him on the roster.
Infinite? Like, those graphics are terrible.
No. For Marvel.
NRS,
oh yeah. No. NRS is fine. What I'm talking about is
the key thing is the gameplay. No. I agree with everything you're saying. The key thing for NRS is the gameplay.
No, I was actually speaking on Infinite. I was speaking on Infinite.
Well, okay, Infinite's like
that's what I'm saying. The graphics for
Infinite aren't like horrible. It's just like everything outside of the actual fight. When you turn the game on and you like get into the versus screen and you're fighting, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But everything outside of that, everyone complains.
Yeah, so, but the thing is, you also have to talk about roster as well.
Yeah,
now,
for sure.
Now that Marvel
was like, ugh.
Marvel is back in the ring with everybody. You know what I'm saying? There is nobody that Marvel can't touch anymore. So that means Wolverine's coming back, Magneto's coming back, all the mainstays. Doom is coming back. So it's like, damn. Well, if NRS is doing this, then are we going to get our foot dive? Are we going to get our web ball? Are we going to get our berserker barrage? Like what's really going to happen to these mainstays that we grew with and we love so much from Capcom? You know what I'm saying?
You're not going to get a Marvel game. You're going to get Mortal Kombat with Marvel characters.
And that's what I'm afraid of, because I don't want that. That's not feasible to me. Because I played
a Marvel game.
We all played DC Universe versus, Mortal Kombat. We all played Injustice, and Injustice is fine. Injustice is a really good game.
Yeah,
for that, But don't mix my Injustice with my Marvel versus Capcom. You know what I'm saying?
So even with mixing Injustice with the Marvel versus series, the thing that makes Injustice work for NRS is that those characters, their builds, the way that they play, it's it's either very static or very fluid for how the game works. Whereas when it comes to Marvel and how they move, Marvel's characters don't move the same way that DC characters do. DC has a lot more realism and darkness to it, whereas Marvel is literally the superhero. Like, the Spider-Man equivalent, I don't remember what his name is called, but the Spider-Man equivalent to DC
was Superboy, wasn't it?
No. It's I want to say something Noir or Black Mask, or I'll look it up, or whatever.
Are you thinking of The Boys?
Spider. No. There's a Spider-Man equivalent in DC. Like he was never bitten by a spider, and he doesn't have web swinging and wall crawling. It's all from gadgets. So like he has super strength and endurance or something like that.
Well, that nigga's just not important, because I never heard of that nigga.
Yeah. He's a very small character, but he's important in the sense of like who he kills. He does a couple of things, within the story that are pretty critical. But him being like who he is does not move like Spider-Man at all. He doesn't fight like Spidey. He's an assassin. He hides in the shadows. He snaps necks. He picks you up with his web tool thing from the sky, leaves you hanging, slits your throat. Like, so that works for a DC game, right? Like if they were to put him in Injustice, it works. He'd act more like a Batman mixed with Nightwing kind of thing. But if they were to put Spider-Man in Injustice or Mortal Kombat, he's too fluid of a character to be doing any of the four basic things that they would have him doing in the game.
Damn, that was a shot.
Now look, it's not that I hate NRS games or anything like that. They're just boring right now. Like MK10 if they did MK10, maybe.
MK10 is definitely superior than 11.
If they made that Marvel game for that with the basis of MK10, like I said, hard maybe, because the game was way faster and it had a lot of things to it. If they did any other game that wasn't MK10 as the basis, fuck no, it's horrible. And they can't, because this is the thing that separates Marvel from a lot of fighting games. They cannot NRS the game after it comes out. You cannot patch that game every fucking week that it's out, because somebody comes up with a new infinite or a new broken combo or a combo that is 85%, off of one character, anything like that. NRS loves patching out shit, dog. Oh, we didn't intend for that to do more than 47%. You made it do 73%? Patched. Like, bro, come on, man. It's not fun no more. I don't want to play the game.
You like a balanced game?
I like games that force. There's a difference between broken in a game and something that forces you to learn the matchup or learn how to deal with it, right? So in NRS within the community, especially in MK10, this is why I didn't play MK10 competitive. It never forced anyone to learn how to deal with something. All you have to do is bitch hard enough or show a bunch of clips on the internet of like why it's not okay or why it's broken, and then they would patch it out in a week or so later. So it's like you never really had to deal with it, right? Tanya was really broken when she came out as far as just being really, really good. Nope, we don't want to learn how to fight Tanya. Patch that shit. Literally less than 2 weeks, her entire kit was changed. She was not the same character anymore. She couldn't do all the cool pogo stick combos or the roll, whatever, flip kicks, all that shit. They
Wasn't
completely
Tanya still top tier though?
Nope.
No, because Melina came out. Well, she didn't come out. She was already there.
Yeah, so Melina basically, like, they nerfed Tanya, and then it was like, oh shit, you can't do other stuff with her anymore. We're gonna look at Melina, and then people found out broken shit with Melina. But because you can't change Melina, she was always Melina. All they could do was mess with properties. So like maybe backstring 1, 2, 3 wasn't safe anymore, or it was -17. But because she's Melina, all right, cool. It's a -17. I'm just gonna EX roll. You're not touching me. I EX rolled halfway across the screen, and that's what made Melina so fucking good. Katana was good because she didn't get EX roll, she got EX run. So it's like, oh, you thought you blocked my block string? Okay, cool. EX run grab, EX run flip, EX run cut. Like, bro, when I tell you I was an Adinian god, bro. Poof.
Now, one thing that most people probably don't even remember, or because nobody talks about it anymore, was Amalgam. Y'all remember that? Does that ring any bells?
Who?
Okay, I'm gonna break it down. So there was this one series of comic books that came out in the mid 90s called Amalgam, and it was a merger of DC and Marvel. Now this is a long shot. Now, if I know NRS has the licenses to most DC, and now they've acquired licenses to Marvel, it would be amazing if they could get the licenses for Amalgam, because those character designs were absolutely amazing. The worlds literally merged. So, for example, Superman merged with Captain America, Batman merged with Wolverine, Superboy merged with Spider-Man, Dr. Fate merged with Doctor Strange, Iron Man merged with Green Lantern. It was great. It was awesome, and they all had these little limited run comics, and it was and it followed a story that basically leaded up to them merging and them leading up to them pulling apart. It was great. I'm hoping, this is 1,000,001, that we could get that, because that story was amazing.
DLC maybe.
Okay.
But if it turns out to be Marvel versus DC, which is literally what led up to Amalgam, that would be great. I do not want Marvel versus Mortal Kombat. Don't want that.
No,
that's not something we want.
No.
I don't like when they clash worlds like that, because it, just like what they did with Marvel versus DC, or Mortal Kombat versus DC, it takes away from a lot of the things that you're used to.
And it was canon, by the way. That's the canon thing that happened in the Mortal Kombat universe.
Well, like, it was just like the fatalities weren't really fatalities, and like I think only 2 or 3 characters had actual fatalities, and even then you couldn't, like,
they had to dumb it down.
Yeah, like Sub-Zero would freeze people, and then that was it. And I'm just like, all right, are you gonna like crack the ice? Nah.
And what's absolutely mind-boggling is that was a DC decision.
Yeah,
it was a DC decision, but now we've got Batman Who Laughs. Imagine fucking that.
All right, wait. Batman Who Laughs was already out.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Not during. No.
I'm thinking of the Killing Joke.
Oh yeah.
Even I mean, then though, Killing Joke was DC's dark as fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
DC's always been dark as fuck.
So why couldn't we have fatalities? I know because Batman doesn't kill.
You said it was canon, and it led into the Injustice comics. So like, if they would have allowed, like, for instance, Sonya Blade to split somebody down the middle with her legs in Injustice, that particular character like has to have that backstory. You know what I mean? And then so if it's canon for Mortal Kombat, you have to explain it in DC. It's in some point in time, comic wise or game wise, you have to explain something that happened canonically. So if fucking somehow Sonya Blade killed Superman, how? When did this happen? You know, and
that's
like
never
if
happened.
you can't explain that, like it's a lot of things with comic books, but yo, when comic people get into some shit, they gonna grind you about it, bro. It's a lot.
Yeah. We know too much for our own good. And this information is fucking useless. But anyway. It's like, where are we gonna use this fucking information about Mortal Kombat and DC? Like, other than this podcast,
listen.
but
Shoot, I mean, one day you might be a director, and then you like, you know what? I know the lore. I know it all. Let me direct the movie.
NRS, let us come to the studio. Invite us to the studio. Full flight, baby.
In fact,
fuck that. Put Ed Boon behind some shit that y'all doing in Mortal Kombat movies. Like, what's happening? Like, what really happened?
I hear
like,
you,
I'm already in my bag on the
I
games.
would
Don't
rather
ask
go to
me
the
for
NRS
much.
studio instead of them doing anything in the movie. You know, I'm just saying.
Bro, I just man.
What do we think about Reptile though? I know we're done with that movie, but like,
fuck Reptile. Like where's
cool.
my ninja? Like, why?
You're right. But like, Reptile was cool. You know, he could go invisible. He had the tongue thing. You know,
Reptile was trash. That shit was ass. That was ass.
You really trying to sell me on a Reptile? I could just go buy one if I want.
Nah, you can't buy Reptile like Reptile.
That nigga was a overblown Komodo dragon.
I'm saying I could just go get a Komodo dragon
cool.
then.
That's cool, bro. Like,
it was not cool.
You know?
He just walking.
Why are you trying to sell us No, this shit was trash.
Reptile was cool.
Anyways.
You can turn invisible, you know.
You know, while y'all were having that whole discussion, I was thinking to myself, like, why do I need Spider-Man dealing with a whole assassin that's just like, yeah, I'll come out of the shadows when I want. Yeah, y'all don't need me, I'm gonna go back. Like, I don't need that. I don't need it at all. And I was just sitting there, I'm just like, I don't need a variant of Spider-Man. I want Spider-Man to throw hands with Captain America. That's what I want. I don't want this little boy that I don't know from down the street that got a bunch of gadgets talking about yeah, I'm the new Spider-Man, but from DC. I don't need that at all. Not one bit. But
I'm trying to find his name.
Well, I guess with that being said, our last topic for today, is the Ratchet and Clank game.
Looks phenomenal.
It looks amazing.
It does.
I've never played it, but it looks fun.
Never played the Ratchet and Clank game?
Yeah, I didn't grow up on it.
Oh, you definitely got to cop this then, or the remake that came out 2-3 years ago.
All right, listen.
Isn't it still free?
You'll never guess what it is.
What is it?
You'll never guess what it is, bro.
What?
Is it Black Noir?
You were close.
Is it Black Spider?
No, it's Black Spider.
Ah.
I knew it had black in the name. I knew it had black in the name, bro.
There's Spider-Man and there's Black Spider. Why do I need Black Spider and Spider-Man?
We got Miles Morales.
Let me show you what he looks like.
We really do have Miles. I don't.
That's Black Spider.
Can we talk about how Sony is basically reviving Ratchet and Clank to be their mascot now that Nathan's gone?
I like it.
Yes,
I do like it. I
agree with that.
Tomb Raider, but like, you know, Laura's already had her time, and then we had Drake after that. So I guess they wouldn't really go back in time, even though they've been rebooting Tomb Raider. I can't really see them giving her the spotlight again. I like Ratchet and Clank having that.
I don't think Mikey and New York remember this conversation, but we had a conversation about mascots before.
Hey, hold on. Before we do that, I just want to let you all know that like Black Spider is such an insignificant character. I search Black Spider on Google and it just comes up with actual fucking black spiders.
We had a conversation on mascots before about how like Sony doesn't really have a mascot now that Drake's gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
did he die?
I've noticed that
is he dead?
No,
Didn't he just retire in his last game?
He's done. He's done being.
Oh, okay.
Gonna have to be a family man. Are we going back to the 90s?
God, no.
Where we have the animals mascots again, and then Mario is just Mario.
Well, who else do we have so far?
Sonic's coming back.
Okay.
Soon. Crash and Spyro had an amazing return, especially Crash Bandicoot. and Ratchet and Clank ideally is coming back. So early 2000s. Are we going back to that?
I could see it.
Maybe.
Only if we get Jack.
Yeah, but I could when they were like, yeah, that's not
I think we're gonna get a Jack and Daxter reboot.
I don't think we're gonna get. They said they weren't working on a Jack and Daxter.
Oh, they said they weren't. Oh,
yeah,
never mind.
like
Never mind.
2 weeks ago, like before we started this podcast, back up, I was looking up topics, and I'm like, damn, I want to make this a topic, but it's not that serious because only a few of us ever showed interest in Jack and Daxter anyway, which is why I'm surprised y'all even brought that nigga back up. That story's
well,
done.
you can't talk about Ratchet and Clank without talking about Jack. You can't.
Clank were the more successful duo though.
Yeah, but like they always went hand in hand. Like you never saw like in any type of discussion, you never.
The trifecta was Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter,
and Sly.
Yeah, but Ratchet and Clank were always the more marketable of the three.
Yeah, for sure.
Sly flopped. We still never got that movie that they were supposed to come out with 2-3 years ago. So you know that's a dead IP.
Mm-hmm.
Jack and Daxter, their story is done. What would you do? Just remake the game?
Reboot it, yeah. Just reboot it.
Reboot it?
I would reboot it.
They had a whole thing done. Like the story is done. Everybody go back to Jack and Daxter and find like a story summary. That shit was as thorough as like out of the three, Jack and Daxter had like the best lore building story, and Ratchet and Clank was just a regular Star Trek adventure fucking thing. That was it. And Sly was only gonna go so far.
Or remaster it. Fuck it.
We could. I would love her. I would honestly
remaster the series.
I would love if they did the Crash route and did the remake for the original 3 games, see if it does good, and use that exact same engine that they make with that, and give us a game that goes in between one of the timelines and shit they introduced or whatever.
Yeah.
Because while they did finish that story, right?
There are still untold stories in between them.
They can still link shit together and still do shit with that new engine. It's like playing that. It's like playing Crash 4 after playing the trilogy, which is a fire. Crash Bandicoot. I say this again. I say it again. Crash Bandicoot is or had the best return in gaming.
Y'all gonna hate me because I didn't like that game.
The Crash trilogy.
I couldn't get into Crash. I grew up and I was like, and you would laugh at me because I grew up on Toe Jam and Earl, but Crash, I was just like, this is not mine. I don't.
Did you even pick it back? Did you even pick it up?
No, I didn't.
You didn't even give it a try. You didn't give it a try.
No, after I played it one good time on my dad's Xbox, I was like, this ain't for me. This ain't my type of game at all. I didn't like I didn't like that at all.
Damn. Give it a try.
No, I'm good.
There's a whole HD remaster.
You say that to me for why?
Give it a try.
Nah,
a fair chance. You're older now. Your palate's more mature. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you?
I'm good. I even picked up, what was that? Oh no, that was Sonic. Never mind. And even still,
you picked up Sonic Forces, didn't you?
No. I had got maybe a couple years ago or a year or two. I got Sonic Team Racing. I played that with CJ and a few other folks.
Nobody played that goddamn game.
I played it with a few folks. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you guys are the few folks that.
It was fun. It was fun for a little bit.
That was a fun game. It was cool. I had fun with it when I got it.
Yeah,
it was fun.
But Crash just wasn't my game at all. I was thinking when you were talking about remastering games, a lot of these games just need to be remastered. They don't really necessarily have to,
or let them die.
But like you can't let games just die, bro. Like that's just
bro. But think of like this though. Think about this. Let me tell you why I think they should just die. Because big example for me is not everybody is going to have the Crash Bandicoot revival plan.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas, the Pokemon company brought back Mystery Dungeon just for niggas to not play Mystery Dungeon. The game flopped.
Mm-hmm.
Crash Spyro hasn't been dead at all. Funny enough, he was in Skylanders.
Skylanders actually was a Spyro game before they was like, well, these Toys to Life thing.
These toys are selling crazy.
We just gonna convert it into that.
Exactly. The Spyro game didn't even do that good compared to the Crash. It didn't even do that good.
Spyro's
and
cool.
niggas wanted the Spyro remaster.
That's crazy.
That's my thing, right? Y'all can want, like, nobody asked for a Jack and Daxter remaster because guess what? The original game flopped and the movie flopped. Now we have a next gen console that's going to be the next one of the next and coming out soon next gen console games that look amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the original Ratchet and Clank game that they rebooted back in 2016 looked amazing. Nobody wanted it.
Did that not sell well? I thought that sold well.
The movie also flopped too. There was a movie and a game that came out around the exact same time. They both flopped.
Man, I saw a lot of people playing that.
The Sly Cooper 4 game flopped.
Now I know nobody's asked for that nigga to come back.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody asked for these things back. Niggas love Jack and Daxter. That's a one. That will probably do good. Hopefully.
And that's what I'm saying. Like we should remaster that. Like at least give that the Crash treatment. You know what I'm saying? Put out the remaster of the first one. Test the waters on that. If they like it, give them the rest.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And then if there is room for more lore, which from what Nick is saying is airtight, then try to do some sequel or a Jack and Daxter fucking
could reboot it, but my
only issue is
issue with that is the niggas that grew up with it are gonna complain about it and they're gonna be the reason why it doesn't do good.
Listen to this though. Give us Clank and Daxter.
All right, that's it. All right, Tom. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for coming through. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like, a comment, all that good
Tell
shit.
me Clank and Daxter wouldn't bang. Tell me that series wouldn't bang.
You will not,
bro.
Don't worry about it.
This nigga hating, bro. Clank and Daxter would fucking bang.
That's not a good idea.
It's a great idea.
Shut the fuck up.
I was like there with you when you said it. I was like,
you just keep talking.
I was like, that'd be nice if they put like a little merge game together, all three of them. That'd be cute.
Oh, we just need Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank because those two were the main thing. Like Sly came like the nigga sneaked in like he always do.
Dog. Sly Cooper was not a good fucking franchise.
It wasn't. That's why nobody talks about it.
The reason, let's keep it back. Let's keep it a break. Niggas want to talk about stealth. Why play Sly Cooper when Metal Gear Solid was on a flawless run for every console that came out on? Why the fuck was I worried about? Nobody was fucking playing with fucking Sly Cooper. Metal Gear Solid has fucking 3 amazing ass games.
I need that remake
on the PS2.
Too. I need that remake expeditiously.
What are you talking about? Who gives a fuck about stealth? Nigga, Metal Gear Solid is out. What are you talking about? What?
Snake Eater is probably one of the best games ever created for PlayStation 2.
Like, what are you talking about? Nobody's worried about fucking stealth. Sly Cooper was ass. He looked the worst out of the 3. Those games are fucking boring out of the 3. They were moodiest. Most of the games they were at night. Oh, because he's a thief. You gotta go sleep. That shit's boring. That shit's fucking boring. That shit is fucking trash. At least in Ratchet and Clank, when you go to a stage, it's like a lava pit or some shit. It's a jungle area. There's
it was beautiful. It was
beautiful.
It was
Jack and Daxter is literally the first island is fucking nutty. The rest of the other 2 games, you're in cities, you're in fucking fortresses, you're driving through cars, you're shooting niggas, you're shooting shit. It's like, dog, and you expect me to give a fuck about this fucking raccoon? When Metal Gear Solid is out, what the fuck are you talking to me for? Fuck out of what? Remember the PS2. Remember the games that were on the PS2. One of the biggest libraries known to gaming. Niggas really think Sly Cooper was it? Fuck out of here. That game is ass. That franchise is fucking garbage. Let that shit go.
He attacking somebody today.
Let that shit go. I'm projecting hard like a motherfucker, but I want you to hear this shit. The shit is fucking garbage. That's the one thing I just want to say.
If we had to get a reboot on anything, my reboot would be for Perfect Dark.
It's getting a reboot.
You're already getting a reboot.
You're getting one. Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow, y'all told me.
I thought you watched the PlayStation 5.
It's getting a reboot already.
Shut up. They just told me clearly.
All right. Okay.
Goku and Mike
right.
say you're already.
I promise y'all. We can find another.
Yeah. Look. Okay, so I feel like we should talk about this though while we're talking about video games in general and what needs to happen with video games.
Okay.
Naruto, man, what are y'all doing, man?
Bro,
they just got another season for Shinobi Striker. Fucking why?
You ready for it?
Why?
Anime games are dying.
Yes, I get it, but like y'all got a whole new IP with Boruto, and it's just like, yeah, we get it.
That is the anime community's fault.
Boruto's not gonna sell anything. They know that. We know that.
That's unfortunate.
Boruto is not as popular as Naruto in manga sales. It's not doing shit. The highest rating Boruto episode was when Naruto and Sasuke were featured, which lets you know nobody gives a fuck about Boruto, the cast of Boruto. Granted, Boruto could be amazing right now in the manga. They caught up in the anime. That's fine. It's already 2 or 3 years too late.
It is.
Nobody cares.
But with video games, it's not. You know what I'm saying?
But guess what, Mikey? Guess what? They've done everything.
Did they?
They've done everything. They've done it. Yes. I promise you, every genre that you can think of, Naruto has a game for it. Trust me. I know. I sat here for hours and days going through different fucking genres for Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Bleach. And I want you to know every single fucking game is fucking garbage. If you did not play it, you were not missing out. You weren't. What's happening right now, bro?
Damn.
You were not missing out, bro. Trust me. Naruto has 10 RPGs, Ninja Council and Clash of Ninja. You saw what happened. We got Storm games. Nobody gives a fuck about no Clash of Ninja no more.
You're right.
See what I'm saying?
But
I would if they let the these modders doing the Super GNT4 stuff.
But look,
bro, that game is immaculate.
You need to understand that Naruto can go nowhere besides Storm. It sucks saying that because I'm pretty sure we all would love a Naruto Kakarot game.
Nah, it could dip into fighters.
I personally
no. But that's the problem because that is too. It's one of those. It's too obvious things. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, what's next for Naruto?
But you can't really do a Storm. I mean, like, okay, realistically, and I'm one of the few people that will ever say this because people don't look at the game. Naruto or any successful fighting game, but we're gonna use Naruto because that's like the big name franchise. If they took the kill the kill route, added a bunch of Storm like mechanic featured things in there,
I'd be here.
I don't think I like that.
No. Probably because you haven't played Kill la Kill. That is the best arena fighter to date.
The Kill la Kill game that ArcSys made last year literally is the best arena fighter game. But the problem is, it's Kill la Kill. It was under people's radar. Mm-hmm. That anime's been over 10 years. Nobody's thinking about it.
But it's a 1v1.
Fundamentally, it shits on everything Storm has done.
Yeah. And really? I don't even like the rock, paper, scissors format, so like get rid of that. But if they kept it in there and just threw Naruto on top of it, it would still be better than Storm. If they added a tag system, it would be 40 times better than Storm. Like imagine what My Hero does, because My Hero isn't a bad game, except for the floaty shit. If My Hero got rid of that floaty ass fucking bullshit they got in the game, it would be a great arena fight. It would be
so great. It would be so. I hate that it's so fucking floaty. That's the direction
they need to start taking these. If they push Naruto into a 3D realm and like make them actual models, super condense the fucking roster. I don't need the entire fucking village. I don't need all 20 villages and every single character from the villages in the game. I don't play with half of them anyway. You know, like put them in like a base 20 to 30 roster, probably lower than that. Give it the kill to kill treatment. Call it a day. That would be the new fighter game for Naruto that all of the anime community would play. But no.
And literally just pass everybody. Naruto has enough for 5 season passes.
Yeah,
Yep.
it does. Yeah, definitely
that
more
could
than
be-
that.
That would literally be Naruto's fighters. That would be Naruto's version of fighters.
Fine.
They could
Fine.
carry that.
I would
game
take
for
that.
years.
I changed my
It'd be
mind.
fun.
I would take that.
I
But
would
now, what I was more speaking on the lines of was a fairy tale esque type RPG for
I heard that
Naruto.
RPG was great. I didn't play it because I don't like fairy tale.
That's what I'm saying.
It was a good RPG. My only problem with that is I
don't think there were enough characters in fairy tale to bolster that type of game.
I think we no longer need to treat anime games like the anime. I think we should make the story mode in anime games like the movies.
I can see that. Absolutely.
When I say it again,
After you showed me that One Piece movie, I went back and watched a couple others. Yeah.
I say this and I say it again, right? One Piece movies are phenomenal because those are movies that have nothing to do with the overarching story of One Piece. They'll tie in like certain characters from the series and shit, but you're really just there for that shining moment, that one fight. Imagine the old Dragon Ball Z movies, but in a gameplay format.
Yep.
I'd much rather that than you retelling me the same fucking story that I've played and know like the fucking back of my hand. I don't give a fuck about Kaguya no more. Introduce new niggas. Like that, imagine all the new niggas introduced in no, Dragon Ball Xenoverse is perfect. Because Fu, the Kai of Time or whatever, but then Dragon Ball Heroes 2, all that demon shit and Heart. Imagine that in a game format.
Give me the entire demon fucking story.
Yeah, and Naruto already has a bunch of movies. They could work off of that.
Exactly. Naruto, imagine that whole snow movie where they were like carrying or whatever, they were escorting that one place to the castle or whatever, and like all three of them had their own separate fights.
Yep.
Imagine that in a gaming format. That's a fire, like not even 5 hour. These are small ass games, by the way, but the gameplay would be solid.
Because the anime portion of it, like they want the multiplayer shit, the fighting game aspect or whatever the fuck it is. Throw that story, that little tiny story on there, and then you can add new DLCs, paid for DLCs that act as a new story.
Like
or continue on to that story.
Imagine if fighters didn't have all that monotonous clones fighting shit, and it was literally just you constantly fighting like 16, 21, the different versions of the fighters once. You know what I'm saying?
If Dragon Ball FighterZ story mode played like Street Fighter story mode, it would be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that. But see what I'm saying? Like we do not need all these grindy story modes. We don't need these retelling story modes because at this point we know Naruto's been over for like the last 8 years now. Dragon Ball Z has been done for 30 years. No. 20, 22, 23, 24.
Shit, oh.
And then Super recently got put up. But even then, you know how much stuff we have in Heroes? You can, if you really wanted to, you could dead ass have 3 full games
off of the Heroes. Yeah, absolutely.
Of just characters, story arcs, and shit. You're done. One Piece's movies are phenomenal because, like I said, they take from the anime but give you a whole other thing. I can imagine. Did I show you Stampede? Did we watch Stampede? Is that what you're talking about, Yoku?
I think so. That's the one where they were
the big nigga in the.
Yeah. It was the big guy, and then that one guy. Like his whole thing was the Marines fucked them over. They fucked over some other shit.
So, Unlimited World Red is one of the best One Piece movies games that we ever have, right? Because what they do is they essentially create an original character that ties into the old world of One Piece and puts him against Luffy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea because a lot of the old world guys are supposed to be stronger than the new niggas, right? But obviously, that's not how that's supposed to go. The new niggas are obviously stronger than the old guys. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that, but you find out fighting them and shit. imagine for everybody who has watched One Piece Z, imagine playing Z in a game. Instead of that hour-long, 45-minute run, imagine playing it where you just run through the memories and shit, where you go through the islands, you fight some of what's his name's, like a little like his team or whatever, his squadron and shit. There you go. That's a good like 3 or 4 hour, maybe like a 6-7 hour game if you want to span it out. You know what I'm saying? We need original games for these anime things because look at World Seeker. World Seeker is an entirely new idea. World Seeker could have been an amazing anime game if the world wasn't empty and if it wasn't so grainy.
Yeah, it was not executed really good.
I think a lot of these companies are very scared to branch out from like the original what people know into something new, because I like to think of what you were talking about earlier about like Mortal Kombat, and it's different, but you know, they took it and they did this whole new thing and they're just like, you didn't like it. So I think that's what they're worried about. If they go off and did an anime game for something quote unquote that's popular right now that people like, and added a new story
to counter that, they dropped Android 21 and niggas lost their minds. They did.
Well, that's a character though. That's not necessarily like a new.
But the story is there though. There's a story behind this new character, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think because I can get where Shai's coming from, and then I get where you're coming from too, Mike. And I think if I were to, it's like because I have a rebuttal for what Shai's saying, not against her, but just to kind of like add to why they don't do that or why I don't think that they're afraid of it anymore. But there was something I was going to say about what you said in a better example. I just can't think of it right now. But it's not that the companies are afraid of like rejection. Basically, that's why I said it earlier. It's the anime community's fault for getting the shitty games that we get today.
Yes, because they'll buy it regardless.
Years ago, yeah, they'll buy it fucking regardless. If they would have stopped doing the shit years ago, we would not be getting the same games that we get today. Money speaks when it comes to a lot of this shit. You know, Naruto can announce a brand new game right now. It could be a fucking card battle game. Niggas will still buy it. They know good and well they're not going to play a fucking card battle game, and they will buy it because Naruto is attached to it. Damn, this game's trash, bro. I wasted $60 on this ass game. You knew you weren't going to play it. Why the fuck did you buy it? You should have been saying, I'm not going to buy this game. You should be tweeting at them, I'm not buying this game. This is a bad game. I'm not buying it. And the more people that would do that, then it speaks. So if, you know, Bandai wasted, I don't know, $1 million to pump into Naruto card battle, and then they never made $1 million back ever, they would never make another card battle game again. They would have to come out with a banger of a game immediately to make up for that loss. There's no other option for it. But because the community is how they are, if you attach, and that's why they make the games that they do with the same stories that we've seen and read 47 times, is because they know if we put something out with Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, because we definitely had a Bleach game in a while, they give any of the big title names on a game, the community will eat it up. Doesn't matter how ass the game is, they will still buy it. And that's the problem with the anime community and gaming.
Bleach is fine. Bleach is yo, have you seen how much Brave Souls brings in?
Oh yeah, no. That people for Bleacher, because they don't, you know, it's crazy. Bleach,
because they're starving and they're going to keep them starving.
Well, it's because they're not.
Also, Kubo. I like how Bleach is great. I like how Kubo, like, for that game alone,
he makes new art, new arcs,
new forms and new characters and shit. That's really fucking dope. By the way.
See, and that's my thing. Like, that gives people the opportunity, artists, story writers, opportunities to do these things. They just won't do it.
Like a real talk. Let's keep it a being. The Broly movie was fucking phenomenal. Why can't Akira Toriyama create another game? You know what I'm saying? Create another like you know how he was involved in some of Kakarot.
He doesn't need to. That's why he doesn't need to.
They need him.
They need him. And he's shown
show success, but they don't need him for money. That's why they don't do it.
But Akira Toriyama has shown time and time again his ideas work because he knows what the fuck he's doing. When he's involved in a lot of shit,
it's a banger.
Broly should. This nigga literally said, "Hey, I was looking back at the old movies and shit. I kind of like the idea of Broly. I decided to just remake. You know what I'm saying? Retwig some things here and there, and here you go. Hope you guys enjoy Nigga, do you not realize how amazing Broly did?
Yeah,
That's
I hated original Broly. I hated it. Now that Broly has an actual story, he's an actual character.
See,
I don't know about hating.
It's very interesting hearing that it did very well because when I was working at a theater.
I don't care how strong he was, bro.
That nigga was raw as hell.
Life was to kill Kakarot because this nigga wouldn't stop crying as a baby.
But don't sit here and lie to me when that nigga touched down and started clotheslining them niggas to the fucking. No, I'm not saying it. Don't sit here and lie to me, bro. That shit, bro. That nigga had Trunks and Goku like this. Yeah, that's fucking tough. He had Goku hanging. He had Gohan hanging from his scarf. The nigga. Yo, Gohan. That shit was fucking raw.
It was, but I still don't like him, bro.
That's just, but don't say that shit's not raw.
I'm not saying it. No, I'm not saying that. Raw. I'm saying him as a character is trash. Period.
That nigga said, "What are you?"
No backstory.
No development. What does that mean? What the fuck are you talking about?
I agree.
But that's what I was saying. Is like, yes, they need Akira to do those things.
No, they need.
The problem is, well, no. The problem is they don't need it because it sells without it.
Yeah. So I think one thing is one of those things. There's like, do we really need to give Toriyama more money?
Not even not even giving him more
money.
That's the problem. The problem is the way the company is looking at it. Do we need to pay him extra to get Toriyama in the first place to do this one thing in order to find like happiness in the community, or do we keep giving them the same shit with a different name and then they're gonna buy it anyway and we still make our numbers? Let's do the cheaper option. Yeah, and then they'll do the cheaper option. Because at the end of the day, they care about their pockets, not the well-being of the community. And that's what I have to tell a lot of people. I've noticed that. You know, people cry about Ninjago and Genshin Impact and the Naruto games like Strikers, and it's like y'all are bitching at the wrong platform. These niggas are not watching your YouTube videos on like why this thing is bad in the community or why this game is ass.
Hey, you know what? That? Do them essays. Hey, hold on. A lot of people do not know. Hey, whenever they pop out with them new surveys and shit, asking you things that can improve, that is the only way they give a fuck. Trust me.
Facts.
They don't give a fuck about what you make in a video. on. When you see a survey come out and they're like, hey, we're asking for feedback.
Do them.
Some feedback on this. Boom. I need you to go. Look, the last time we got a Dragon Ball, I think it was Xenoverse 2 or I don't know what anime game it was. I sat here and wrote paragraphs on literally, it was one anime game that came out with another game the next 2 or 3 years afterwards. Fire.
Wasn't it Extreme Butoden?
I don't think so. No, I think it was something else. I don't know. It was something.
I can't see it being Extreme Butoden.
Extreme Butoden's success literally.
Xenoverse 1.
It was Battle of Z.
No. It was Xenoverse 1. Because we remember, we met like Rhyme and all of them around Xenoverse 2, but we played a lot of Xenoverse 1 anyway. But we were doing content on Xenoverse 1.
That's right. It was Xenoverse 1. Yep.
It was Xenoverse 1. And everything that we asked
and they took that and put it into Xenoverse 2. Yeah.
You have to do the surveys and deadass sit down and do those paragraphs. Nobody gives a fuck if you just making a YouTube. Nobody's watching 10 minutes of a YouTube video.
I be trying to tell boys, man. They be bitching on Twitter. They get 30,000 likes. You ain't never gonna get that seen by the company, bro. You can tag whoever you want to. They don't care.
Nope.
They do not care. You put 30,000 of those in a fucking survey. Oh yeah, you best believe that you hit somebody's soul that day.
I know. I personally did the survey for Extreme Butoden and Dragon Ball Fusions.
Do the reviews. A lot of people don't do it.
Fusion mods.
Really?
They got like it's like new forms, new character models were added. I think
I'm gonna have to look that up
now.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I think there's new stages too. I think don't quote me on that. I think there is, but I don't know. I think personally, anime games, we got a long way to go if we want to revive them. But I do think the medium itself is dying. Personally.
Yeah, I do. We need there definitely has to be more creativity within the anime, I guess, gaming space, because it's you just can't stick arena fighters for everything.
That's their formula, bro. Because they keep buying the shit.
And what's crazy is Kakarot's still an arena fighter. No matter how big the world is, it's still an arena. Have you played it?
Oh, I played a little bit of it. I didn't.
The fight is you're in the world, right? It's an open world game, but when you get into a fight, you're in an arena. Like you can't just like run out of the fight. And
see, I was playing early on, so I never really felt the need to run away. So I would have never, like imagine that.
Like it's like you get transported into an instance where you're in an arena. It's an arena fighter, but it's just got the skin of an RPG. So yeah, Kakarot's still an arena fighter, and they gotta stop doing that. Like, give us Return of the fucking Saiyans again. Give us something like that.
If Kakarot had its own story, that would have been the best anime game that dropped that year.
I mean, Attack of the Saiyans, not Return of the Saiyans. Attack of the Saiyans. Give us that again.
You know, I was listening to you guys talk about feedback in those essays. One of the things that, and I know a lot of people shit on this game, but Warframe does. They do their dev streams live, and they can get all their content. Or all their feedback there. There we go. Sorry, not content. All their feedback there, which is very nice.
She said Warframe.
No, hear me, right? Because I played it. I was playing that like for 5 years, and then I stopped. And then I remember I had hopped on Twitch, and one of the first things I was like trying to interact with more streamers or whatever. And on Twitch, they had like these dev streams. And at the time, it was a little bit slower, but people would, give feedback on what they didn't like, on the things that they were telling, because that was patch day. Everybody knew what was going on. That's where we found the patch notes. That's when they were talking about everything, updates, all that. And I feel like a lot more devs should do that.
Yeah. Some companies have been doing that, like Warframe. I think they still have their actual dev streams.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Guilty Gear, Arxis, actually all of them. Arxis, Dragon Ball Fighters, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, anything ran by Arxis in that category, they all sit together in a stream. Street Fighter 5 recently joined them as well.
They do that.
All talk about their stuff on stream.
Yeah, they do that, but like I think what Shy was going for, it was more interactive though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's very interactive. Yeah. So they had the prime time the night before with the girls. You have to have really good fucking community managers at that.
Right.
That, and then it was the dev streams. So the prime time really carried on the dev streams, but it was more interactive. People would be like, oh, we don't really like this. Oh, okay, so we'll write this down. We'll talk about it. I see your question. I see your, what you're talking about. We'll deal with that at some point.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
Oh, they're not.
Namco Bandai is not doing that.
Bandai don't care. Bandai like, huh? Hello.
Hey, but Scarlet Nexus was cool.
Yeah, until it's not.
I mean,
come on, yo, like I get it, I understand the game looks phenomenal, but so did Code Vein.
No, it didn't. Code Vein looks like ass.
No. You're not gonna sit here and tell me Code Vein didn't look like the shit. Come on, bro.
Code Vein looked pretty when I saw it.
Code Vein had Dark Souls like combat. I knew it was gonna be bad. I knew that combat was gonna be bad for that game, because it's like you can't, even Bloodborne tried it to an extent, but Bloodborne's world was just a faster Dark Souls, which made sense because the enemies move faster than you, but you could still keep up in relatively some other regard. Anime Dark Souls is bad because the world will always move at anime speed, but because you can't, you like look like shit. That's what makes that gameplay bad. It's not the story, because I don't even know about fucking big titty vampire girl or whatever the fuck. Like, none of that matters to me. It's the gameplay. And then on top of that, the people that have finished out Code Vein, their excuse or their reasoning for it. Oh, when you get about 50 hours in, you unlock all these EX skills, and then you can move like the enemies do. Why the fuck do I have to play a game for 50 hours to unlock the game's like fullest potential and have fun? You telling me I gotta play a game for 50 hours to have fun? I'm not going through Final Fantasy 13 all over again.
Shout out to Persona.
Ooh.
Like I agree. I don't want to be moving at like turtle speed. My enemies moving like fucking
like that,
vanishing behind me. Excuse me? No, I don't want to deal with that. You might as well give me hack slash and sparkle.
Well, I mean, that's my point. Like it didn't like.
No, Astral Chain should not have been a Switch exclusive. I will die on that fucking hill. That game is phenomenal. Almost a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't on the fucking Switch.
I need to look up some emulator footage of that because I'm pretty sure that game is beautiful on PC.
Oh boy, if that game ever ran at 60 frames a second and higher than 720p, free. Top 10 JRPGs free. Easy. I guess it's an action RPG, but whatever. Point being is that top 10 games. Story is fucking phenomenal for what it is. Gameplay phenomenal. That game is it's like JoJo fucking stands with Persona and just combat. I don't know, bro. It's beautiful.
All I'm saying is we can't put too much stock into Namco Bandai.
That's what I'm saying. Bandai that game will be phenomenal. But if it plays anything like Code Vein, we're gonna get
no. It's not gonna play like Code Vein. I was using Code Vein. I was using Code Vein as an example of something that looks good but turned out to be shitty.
Well, no. I agree with you on that aspect, but I'm saying it looks like Code Vein graphically. But if it plays like
it looks like a Namco Bandai game. Let's just
sure
put it there. That's a Namco Bandai game because it looks like Tales. It looks like Code Vein. It looks like Astral Chain. Wait, Astral Chain's not. No. Astral Chain was Platinum game.
No. That's the band.
Yeah. No, but
like Astral Chain, bro, it's a wrap.
No, yeah.
A wrap.
I think
Tales of Arise is looking sexy.
It's a Tales, but Tales game.
Tales of Arise looks insanely good, bro. I'ma need that. Hey, my Bandai people.
I need that code.
I'm gonna need that code. I'm gonna need the collector's edition, all that. I'm gonna need that. That game looks beautiful. I love how that looks.
I do love how that looks.
So is that it, everybody?
You know what's funny is that that should be it. We gotta cut it right there. But it's funny because we were supposed to end it at the Ratchet and Clank. And we just talked, what is that, like another 30 minutes to an hour?
We talking. We talking, bro. We gotta get the people content. Well, it was a slow week.
Very slow.
Right.
Ain't shit happened. I want you all to know we were dead ass like sitting here looking up like shit to talk about. And there was nothing to talk about. So everything that happened here outside of like any of the topics was like all organic, which is fine because you get the extra hour that was originally gonna be an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If we just stayed on track. So I mean,
I literally just remembered the Naruto thing, and it's just like whenever anything Naruto is announced, like for something that exists, it's always a big conversation about how it needs, it needs to move forward.
I love how Naruto is the flagship series for anime games, and Dragon Ball can just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Also, before we actually end it off, the few of y'all that are in the Discord, there are certain sections that you guys have. I know Patreons have their own exclusive things. So if you're a Patreon, you have your entirely own section.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, so there's a suggestion section in there. If you guys want to leave things that you want us to talk about on the podcast, there's a certain spot in the Discord that you can just whatever. If you have articles or YouTube videos, maybe you guys want us to react to something and hey, what's your opinion on this? Put it in there and then we can get to it that following week. But that's it. That's all I got as far as that goes.
We're going to have to start adding that to the topics because we just jumped into it. Yeah.
What?
Talking about Patreon, talking about,
we're going to have to.
Yeah.
Let's do that next time. Let's have that discussion or whatever. But okay. Well, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this week, episode 19 of the Royal Roundtable podcast. It is your host, Nick, Sacred Almighty, with my amazing co-host, Yoku, Mikey J, or Mikey J TV.
Yes, sir.
Sashimi.
It's all about the branding.
And hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you all next week for some more. Remember, you can catch us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. If you want to support outside of watching and streaming, make sure that on any of those platforms you're doing whatever it is to rate, whether it's heart, 5-star, everything. Support the boys, and let's get into it, dude.
And subscribe to the YouTube so y'all can see my shirts.
To the YouTube channel,
right?
Yeah, I forgot. Mikey wants to try all these shirts so damn bad. Bye, guys. Love y'all.